what's going on here. All right, hello, I think we're live. I've just gone straight into that because I am running late, and that is because I did not expect Sanchez to be benched against Brighton, but he is. Alas, it's such as my life. Thankfully, I do have a bench, and I was right. Wilson missed out, so I was right to make some transfers, but I'm just hoping I've got it right. And I'm telling you what, with Bart Simpson now back in goal, I've not bothered to update that graphic. He's just coming off the bench, and Sanchez is on 0. It's just the way it is, and we're just going to roll with it and hope for the best. The time is up and about because the games have actually already started. That's how annoying that was, because I woke up, I was like, oh, check the lineups, and I was like, do I need to change anything? And then I was like, oh, I need to change something. I was like, that's disappointing. So yeah, we've got 4 games are up and live as things stand at the moment. The feature game on the Goal Rush is actually Brighton versus Arsenal. Obviously, I don't really care about most of these games because I don't really have many players playing in them, except we do have, obviously, 2 players. And Man United Newcastle is definitely going to hinge on how well my game week goes, because my 5 players that showed up yesterday did absolutely diddly bloody squat. The only good thing is, it was one of those weird things. I was watching it, right? I was watching the football yesterday and I was like going, oh, there's already a goal in the Aston Villa-Chelsea game. That's interesting. So I've just got on here just in time to see goal flash up, and we're going to have our first goal here. I don't know what it is or who it's scored by, but because I haven't got that game open yet. I mean, oh, here we go. Aston Villa pushing forward. Morgan Rogers out to the right. Number 31, I think that's Bailey. Down the outside, inside. Oh, is that Rogers? Or is it Watkins? No, I don't know who that is. Some bloke with a beard. Who is that guy? I don't know, no idea who that is, but some bloke with a big, fat, bushy beard has just scored for Aston Villa, and I've got no idea who that is. So hopefully the chat knows who that is, because I've got, oh, it's a Douglas Luiz goal. There we go. The chat knows who's scored. I don't know who's scored, but there you go. Douglas Luiz has scored there to make it Chelsea 0, Aston Villa 1. Well, good thing Bart Simpson's in goal, folks, because at least I don't have to worry about that goal hurting my rank. So that's good. That's a good start, I suppose, in reality, based off all of those different things there. So I'm going to quickly try and update that score. I wasn't expecting a goal that early, but this is what happens. FPL Ryan, I watched his watch long yesterday. He gets no goals. He has to sit there and do diddly squat for like what felt like forever. D-Unit does a watch along, and guess what? He stands up and there's a goal within the first 5 minutes. That's what we love to see. I hope there's a few more of them tonight, let's be fair. All right, let's update that score there. Mad. Absolutely mad. Crazy. All right, what a good start. I haven't even had my wake-up drink yet, so we'll quickly get that into business here. That's my pre-workout for when I go to the gym in a couple of hours' time, but it'll also help me wake up, because I just realised there's no bloody Red Bull in the fridge, so I'm just going to have to roll this. Oh, Arsenal can be free here. Saka looks up, plays it across. There's no one there. He plays it to absolutely no one, and it's a chance to go missing. Martinelli, I don't know what he was doing. He was going inside towards the 18-yard beat instead of going just for the back post. He would have had a simple tap in the full. I don't know what he's doing there. Running off to the races and just not doing much with it at all. All right, there we go. Let's update that score there. Aston Villa 1, Chelsea 0. That's a poor. Martinelli should have been right there for the tap in there. That was a simple tap in. I don't know what he's doing. No idea what he's doing there. All right, let's get a few more of these games up. All right. All right, where's that other one? What did I do with that? There we go. All right, let's get these other games up. I can watch all 4 games until Man United comes on, then I'm going to cull off. Oh, what game don't I want to watch? Well, I'm not going to watch Fulham West Ham because, unfortunately, I've got no interest in that game at all. I've got no players playing because Harry Wilson decided that, you know, he wasn't going to show up. I tell you what, I hope I've got it right because I'm going to get João Pedro off the bench. I hope I haven't got that wrong. I hope João Pedro does something and and Brighton can somehow score a goal here to make me feel like I got that decision right, because I thought about it, but I was like, Arsenal have been conceding goals of late, so I've got to back in the fact that I think that Brighton can score a goal, which is essentially why I've done that. So hopefully with a little bit of luck I got that one right too. All right, where are we at? Let's open that one up. All right, what game have I got open at the moment? Man City Forest. Let's get over. Erling Haaland starts, by the way. We'll get into the lineup shortly. Here we go. Ball in. João Pedro. Oh, he should have equalised. Oh, that was the moment. That was the moment where all of a sudden the vindication of putting your first bench was looking like a genius move. And you get up there and you get up and you head of the ball and you can only header at a bloody Bizzo or Martinez, whichever fool that is in goal. Unfortunately, he can't quite get the biscuits there. Oh, that's disappointing. That is disappointing. Oh, that would have made me feel so much better about that benching decision straight there. That would have been brilliant. Obviously, Gabriel's going to outscore bloody Virgil van Dijk, isn't he? He's going to outscore Virgil van Dijk because Liverpool's defence is complete. You know what? I wasn't even upset watching that. It's one of the weird things I said when I bought double Liverpool defence. This is the ultimate double defence for me to own. Because not only will I rejoice in the fact that I get points when they actually returned, which, let's be fair, they've not really returned yet for me, but I'll also enjoy it when they don't return because that means Liverpool's probably lost and Liverpool have lost. So I thought it was great. I thought it was really... Hold on. I thought it was great. I was like, happy days. May this long continue. There's something in life that just feels good when Liverpool lose, and I couldn't give a toss if that means I get no points out of it. It's like one of them weird things I said. I was like, if Man United win and my FPL team's crap for the week, I really couldn't give two hoots. But it's a bit like Liverpool. Like, if Man United... The fact that Liverpool have lost means that, we just need to win tonight. It'll be a very good midweek of football. Even if I end up with all blanks on my team. Oh, no, Bart Simpson's just let one go straight through his midriff. Oh, that is embarrassing. Bart Simpson with an absolute howler. What is he doing there? Oh, dear. Well, that's a good way of conceding goals, Bart. Just sit there and put one through the old bread basket and straight through your legs. Suck him with one of the easiest goals you'll ever see in your life. That was unbelievably bad. That's got to be one of the worst goalkeeping errors I've seen this season. I mean, it goes out there. I think it's going to be a Timber assist, by the way. Yeah, Timber passes as the sucker. And this is just crap goalkeeping. That is just crap goalkeeping. Man, ever since I sold Timber, he's just been banging. I should have kept him. Not only has he got a goal now, he's got an assist now in the literally 2 of the 3 games I got rid of him for. Oh, mate, Bart Simpson, what is he doing? Far out. It wouldn't have mattered which goalkeeper I had today. They're both crap. I'll tell you what, but that is a howler. That's just unbelievably bad. That's actually really funny, to be honest. That is shocking. Absolutely shocking. I don't get how you can be that bad. Well, 1-0 to the Arsenal. And it wasn't off a set piece, folks. That's very unusual. Even Saka put his hands up and was like, oh, can't believe we just scored that. That was shocking. Oh, dear. I can't get over that. That's actually one of the worst pieces of goalkeeping I've seen all season. I can't think of another howler that bad. Oh, he's just sitting there. He's gone down for it. He's hit his foot and it's gone in. Oh, Brighton into the box. Oh, Matoma. Well tackled there by Gabriel. It's gone out for a Brighton corner. Tell you what, Gabriel cleaned him up there. I tell you what, if he had not got the ball, he was 100% a clear penalty. But he left a fair bit there on Matoma, but he definitely won the ball, so nothing doing there. It's going to be a corner for Brighton there. I'm intrigued to see how well Fulham go without old mate Wilson tonight. Chuck Wazzy's obviously taking his bit. Actually, I'm going to start getting through some of these lineups now. Obviously, the big news in that game is Harry Wilson did not show up. So it's Leno and goal, Robinson, Bassi, Dupe, and Tede. No Anderson either, by the way. I mean, Binderson, I mean, he was a trap. I said he was a trap. He's crap, and he's crap. 2 games in a row he can't bother to show up for. Kearney and Bergen midfielder, Wobie, King, Chukwueze supporting Raul Jimenez. For West Ham, it's Henderson in goal, Juf, Disasi, Tobito, Wan-Bissaka, Bowen, Mateus Nunes, Souček, Somerville. Then it's Wilson and Castellanos or Tati up top. On the bench, Joachim Anderson. He's officially lost his spot, folks. And Fulham have finally woken up to the fact that maybe they're a better football team and more likelihood of keeping a clean sheet if you leave Binderson where he belongs, in the actual bin, on the bench. There he is. I mean, that is just a sight to behold. I hope Anderson comes on for a one-pointer for all those stupid owners that still own him. I hope he comes on for a 1 point. That'll teach you a lesson about owning such a crap footballer for so long. Sorry, Colm, but I've just got to be said. And Anderson's crap. Reid, Muniz, Bob, Lukic, Castagna, Sessegnon, Smith-Rowe, and LeConte also on the bench for Fulham. I mean, Brighton have had a fair bit of the ball here early doors as well. I feel like they could get a goal with a little bit of luck. For West Ham, it's Areola, Walker-Peters, Kilman, Mavropanos, Traore, Lamperid, Magassa, Scales, and Kante. Aston Villa versus Chelsea. Aston Villa probing here on the edge of the box. Oh, ball in here from Man City. From Nunes looking for Haaland. No good. Haaland looks off it. Aston Villa, it's Martinez in goal. Matson, Mings, Konsa Cash. Douglas Luiz, who's obviously scored already. Anana, Rogers, Buendia, Bailey. And Bailey had the assist. Watkins up top. For Chelsea, it is Jorgensen in goal, replacing Sanchez. I wonder if they'll regret that. They probably already do. This is why old mate's a rubbish manager. He's got Haddo, Chalobah, Fofana, and Gusto on the back line. I mean, Chelsea just got to concede goals to that back four and that goalkeeper. Caicedo, James in midfield, Palmer off the right, Enzo Fernandez in the 10, Garnacho off the left, and João Pedro leading the line. On the bench, it's Edward, Bogard, Sancho, Abraham, Torres, Dean, Bizzo, Lindelof, Barkley, and then for Chelsea, it's Sanchez, Kukurao, Tosin, Bajashili, Delap, Santos, Sarr, Mark Guiu, and Lavia. Wonder if anyone's relying on Mark Guiu coming off their bench tonight because they haven't got Wilson, they haven't got Anderson showing up. That'd be pretty funny too, to be fair. All right, Man City versus Nottingham Forest. Now, this makes me feel a little bit worse about selling Haaland. But Haaland's starting here. It's Donnarumma in goal, Mateus Nunes, Ruben Dias, Gahey and Aït-Nouri, Rodri in midfield, Cherki, Bernardo Silva, Foden, Haaland and Semenyo. So no O'Reilly there. If you own O'Reilly, that's unfortunate. For Nottingham Forest, it's Sells in goal, Williams, Murillo, Milinkovic, Jay Acuna and Aina in a back five. Dominguez, Sengar, Anderson in a midfield three, Gibbs, White and Igor Jesus up top. Brighton, Brighton have been putting some balls in the box here. Can they just get a goal? Can they get a goal? Blank these Gabriel and sheep owners. Man City, Trafford, Reinders, Stones, Ake, Marmouche, Doku, Nico Gonzalez, Savinio and Kushinov on the bench. And for Nottingham Forest, it's Gunn, Murado, Hudson-Odoi, Awoni, Nadoy, Hutchinson, Yates, McAtee, Nets. And then we're on to my game. Is that right? Have I missed someone? Oh, Brighton, Arsenal. Sorry, my bad. Brighton, Bart Simpson in goal, Wafer, Van Heck, Baskogli, Cagladu in the defence, Belieber, or VAR is checking something here. Possible handball against West Ham against the Wobie. Is that correct? I don't think that looks like a handball. I think they're going to carry on there. It just looks like a bunch of nothing. Belieber, Grosh, Gomez, Hinselwood, Matoma, and Jorginho Ruta leading the line. And then for Arsenal, it's Raya in goal, Hincapié, Gabriel, Mosquera, no Saliba tonight, Timber, Zubamendi, Rice makes it, so that's interesting. Sakareze, Gabriel, Martinelli, and Gyökeres up top. On the bench for Brighton, it's Steele, Minte, Welbeck, Milner, Ayari, De Kuyper, O'Reilly, Veltman, Howe, and then for Arsenal, it's Kepa, Jesus, Norgard, Trossard, Madueke, Havertz, Calafiori, Lewis Skelly, and Dalman. All those people are talking about Man United making changes, by the way. I'm pretty sure we're unchanged. I saw the lineup really quickly. And I'm very confident we have gone in unchanged in this game. So Newcastle versus Man United. Man United, Lamons in goal, Shaw, Maguire, Euro, Mazraoui. Oh, Mazraoui replaces a Dallo ball. Oh, Dallo's gone. Dallo's finally been shown the door. Oh, you wouldn't believe it. Mainu and Casemiro in midfield, Cunha off the left, Bruno on the 10, and Boom off the right, and Sheshko leads the line. And for Newcastle, it's Ramsdale in goal, Hall, Burn, Malik Jow, Trippier in the back line, Jollington, Tonali, Ramsey in midfield, Barnes, Gordon, and Langer up top. So no Voltemata there. I tell you what, I reckon Man United are going to roll Newcastle hard tonight. On the bench, it's Pope, Botman, Visser, Osula, Jacob Murphy, Willock, Alex Murphy, Shah, Sahar, and Neve. And for Man United's Flappy Bird, Diego Dallo on the bench. About time he got put on the bench. Joshua Zirkzee also could. He just needs to stay on the bench. Brighton, bro. Half a chance there for Jorginho Arruda, but he kicks it into his own man. I think the Kuiper on the floor there. Malacia, Ahmad, Ugarte, Heaven, Tyler Fletcher, and Kukonki. Who the hell is that? I tell you what, Man United know you need to make one sub today, folks. And that's bringing Ahmad on the second half. The rest of the bench is utter crap. That bench is unbelievably bad. There's no player other than Ahmad on the bench that will make the team better. You could argue maybe Dallo's probably better than Luke Shaw, but outside of that, there is no player on that bench that's actually going to improve us. The rest of them, I might as well just sack the bench. We don't need the bench. Put D-Unit on the bench. I'll do more points than what's on that bench there. All right, sorry, I've just completely ignored the chat. I've finally managed to get through all that. Let's have a look at what's going on here. Anderson bench, no Wilson, no Nico O'Reilly. Yep. I need one more non-starter, then you can get Senesi off the bench. Wow. Actually, no. Wilson and O'Reilly, sweet. And Senesi, very nice. I mean, João Pedro, he could have had 9 points straight out the gate, and it would have been very nice. What? Not that good. A dingo ate his dinner. This has been a horrible FPL week. Yeah, I know. Tell you what, I have not had any returns yet. And the goals tonight have not helped me at all. In fact, if anything, they've just murdered me. They've just murdered me. Yeah, I normally have a Red Bull when I wake up. That's just my morning daily routine, to be honest. Sanchez dropped. I know. This is what I can't get on board with Racinia. There's no way, no Chelsea fan will tell you that Sanchez is a worse goalkeeper than Jorgensen. Jorgensen's utter trap. Like, I don't know. Yeah, Timber assist, yep. Pretty happy for Nightmare. Yeah, Nightmare's having a pretty good week, I'd say. 7 out of 4. Very Semenyo, Saka and Bruno, Wilson, yeah. And no Wilson. I could take Dallo back to Milan. Yeah, please do. Playing Shaw is worse than Dallo. Yeah, Gabriel on 5 DC. I really don't care about DC, man. It's just a number at the end of the day. It's the most boring thing to count. It was funny, right? I saw people putting it in bloody FPL Ryan's chat yesterday. I was like, I don't give a crap who's what on what. If you get 2 points at the end of the day, happy days. If you don't, I really couldn't give 2 tosses. I think it's just a bunch of baloney, the old DC. I think it's made the game. The Premier League in general has been crap this season for most of it, and DC has just added to the tripe that it's become. And I think the best thing they can do is just piss it off out of the thing. In fact, and then some of the changes next year, you're going to have 5 seconds to take a throw in. That should put the end to all the long throw bollocks into the box, because there's no way you'll be able to get your centre back up from the back line into the box for that nonsense that we keep seeing. And all they need to do, all the Premier League needs to do is probably, after this week, after this midweek game of fixtures, release a statement to the club saying that if you bear hug or you hug someone around the body in the box, it will be a penalty. And I tell you what, the end of the scrapping nonsense that Arsenal have been the chief enablers of will stop overnight, because no one will do it once they start giving penalties, because that's just how the game works. Once you start getting penalised for it, it's a bit like an AFL. When they introduced some rules, right, for like, you can't like chop the arms. And like players used to do it all the time, right? And so instead of trying to punch the ball, they just punch someone's arm so they dropped the ball, right, when they went up to try and mark it. Well, as soon as they started paying free kicks for chopping the arms, guess what? No one did it anymore. It didn't take very long for it to happen, and that's exactly what the Premier League needs to do with this nonsense in the box. It's a free kick anywhere else on the field. It should be a penalty. And yes, it's incredibly soft, but I tell you what, once you pay one of them, that will be the end of it. You won't get them doing it again in a game. And it will make football so much better to watch, because we won't be watching teams just try to win corners and have rugby scrums in the box, which is just not what football's about, folks. The good news is, the way Nottingham Forest have set up in that game, I don't think Haaland's going to do much. He's playing against the back five that are literally sitting on the top of their box. That is not what Haaland likes playing against. So I feel like I might get lucky there. In fact, I probably won't get lucky, but I'm hoping I get lucky on one of these stupid things. Still can't believe João Pedro didn't finish that header, man. That should have been my first points of the midweek. It was such a good chance. Martinez does a pretty good save, to be fair. I thought João Pedro was 100% going to put that in the back of the net, but he didn't. Maybe he just hit it too close to Sanchez. I don't know. Either way, it was slightly annoying. It's probably been the only slightly annoying thing I've seen so far this week, to be honest. The rest of it's just been hilarious. Watching Liverpool lose just put a smile on my face, rather than the fact that I only got 5 points out of my 3 players. And the fact that I bought in Ekitike for a hit, and now Haaland's playing. If I'd done nothing, I would have still had 11 players. I would have got João Pedro off the bench for Wilson, and I would have got Gabriel off the bench for... who was the other bloke I had? Wirtz. I could literally have rolled the transfer and I would have had 11 players, but... that's history. I personally think that Haaland will probably be benched against West Ham, so I feel like potentially I've done all right anyway, because I think like... Now that Haaland's playing, everyone's like, I've got to keep him for West Ham. And then they've got Real Madrid either side. I'm like going, if there's a game that he's sitting on the bench for Marmoush, it's the West Ham game that he's going to be missing. He ain't going to be missing Real Madrid, I can tell you that much. So I feel like it might actually end up working out okay in the end. But I tell you what, when those big Champions League clashes come, I reckon there's going to be a lot of random benchings for a lot of players. So, I don't know. I'm not sure how it's going to go. The only teams I don't think there'll be benchings for are like Spurs, who actually need to win games of football to try and get away from being dragged into a relegation battle. And then probably some other teams as well that, they just don't have the squad for it. A bit like Newcastle. I mean, they've already got that many injuries. They're going to have to play their normal team in pretty much every game. That's hilarious. What's Gabriel doing there? Doesn't matter. Martinelli's down the left here. Looks up, plays it back. Rice picks up the ball. Probing. Oh, it's a crap ball from Rice. That's a crap ball from Rice. Morgan Gibbs-White should have scored, I think, maybe. Oh, no. Maybe not. Maybe they just cut away at the wrong time and I just caught it at the wrong moment. Signs of life there for Forest. Oh, Fofana. Oh, don't tell me they've got another defensive casualty there for Chelsea. I mean, that just sums up how crap their defence is. What's wrong with him? He's just fallen over like a sack of potatoes. I don't think there's anything wrong with him at all. Nothing wrong with him. He's just fallen over. Yeah, it was. Nottingham Forest on the break. Oh, I tell you what, they should have done better here. It was 3-on-2. And Morgan Gibbs-White just did not hit it well. He just kind of passed it to the keeper, really. He went for the right idea, trying to put it away in the back post, but unfortunately, he's just not... You're going to need a bit better than that in terms of connection to beat Donnarumma, mate. That's just, unfortunately, how it is. Garnacho, I mean, I watched Garnacho for Chelsea, and I'll go, how do we get 40 million for that fraud? How do we get 40 million for Garnacho? I don't know. I really don't know. The AM chip was brilliant. I would 100% bring back the AM chip. It was the best chip in the game. It was just, unfortunately, if you listen to the cartel, it wasn't that enjoyable. If you listen to the D-Unit, it was bloody enjoyable. 56 points of that chip. definitely by far and away the best chip they've ever introduced to the game. It's just sad that it's not there this year, because I tell you what, if it was there this year, I reckon I'd get over 60 points. Some of these results this year have been so easy to pick, with like teams lower down the table beating teams higher up the table. I would 100% have bet on like some of these teams. Like imagine that Wolves-Arsenal game, right? That week when they had the double game week. I would 100% have played it on Keith Andrews. 100% have played it on him. And what happened? Jose Sarr ended up with so many points. Imagine how many points old mate Pereira, sorry, not Pereira, Keith, whatever his name is, the bloke that's in charge of Wolves. I would have made I would have got over I would have got close to 30 points that week. It would have been that good. Yeah, Haaland's ownership is going to continue dropping, I reckon. I prefer DC to AM. I don't think you can... for me, as far as I'm concerned, there's different rules for different games. So tomorrow night, if you've got a Crystal Palace defender and they end up on 9 DC, well, you're shit out of luck, aren't you? Because that's what they're going to end up on. But if you've got a bloke that plays tonight that ends up on 9 DC, you never know. You might get lucky and then tomorrow somehow he magically becomes 10. That's what I don't like about it. The AM chip was so much easier. The rules were defined. You scored a goal, that equaled a point. If you won, that equaled a point. If you drew, that equaled a certain amount of points. If you lost, that equaled a certain amount of points. If I'm watching a game of football, I would not be able to tell you what a DC is and what it is not. Because I keep watching, and in some games I sit there and I go, I don't know how that player hasn't got DC. And then other games I'm like, going, how did that player get DC? I don't know what they count. It makes no sense to me. And to be honest with you, if we're starting to reward crappy stuff, like clicking a ball away and hacking someone down and just whatever, then I don't think football's the game for you, because that's not what football's about. Football's about goals, it's about assists, and that's about it. No one cares about clean sheets. No one cares about clean sheets. Well, if you're going to a game of football to watch a 0-0 draw, I can tell you how many people are going to show up. No one. No one's going to show up to watch a 0-0. People show up to watch the ball go into the net. If I knew that Man United were going to draw 0-0 tonight against Newcastle, I would have stayed in bloody bed. That's what I think about DC. That's what I think about DC. That's the truth of it. It is boring. It is so boring. And the best thing they could ever do is just remove it straight back out of the game. Ball recoveries, I don't mind, because they do that in the UCL and every player in the game can get them. It doesn't matter whether you're a defender, doesn't matter whether you're a forward, doesn't matter whether you're a midfielder. I'm happy with ball recoveries being in. Like every 3 ball recoveries worth a point. Something like that I can get on board with. But this nonsense where like, oh, you get a point for an interception or a block. I mean, just turn it up. It's just crap. Absolute crap. And if you enjoy watching that, I don't know why you're watching football, because that is not enjoyable to watch. It's just not. Oh, far out. Aston Villa almost with a little bit of a mix-up there. Matson running across the path of Martinez, who makes a bit of a meal of it, and it's gone out there for a Chelsea corner. I tell you what, other than that early goal and that sucker goal against the Bart Simpson howler, there ain't been much here to talk about. It's gone back to being just sloppy football. Hopefully Man United... Oh, Semenyo scored! That's all we need! A Semenyo goal for the D-Unit. Finally some points for the D-Unit's team. That's what we're talking about. Semenyo scored there. And finally we've got some sort of a goal and something to celebrate here. Semenyo has given Manchester City the lead, and thank God it's not Haaland. He's probably got the assist though, hasn't he? Or is it Mateus Nunes with the assist? I feel like where he went off to, it's Cherky assist. What a finish from Semenyo. Semenyo is... I should have left the captaincy on him. The captaincy was originally on Semenyo. At least, well, happy days. At least I finally got some points. Semenyo getting the D-Unit some points. And that is why he's been so good. That move to get rid of Declan Rice for Antoine Semenyo a few weeks ago has been brilliant. He's scored 2 goals in that period of time. And Declan Rice has done literally diddly squat in the same amount of time. So that is very nice. Finally, some points to crow about, and it's taken a fair while this week to find some points, but we've finally got there. On the stroke of half-time, Manchester City take the lead, and Nottingham Forest, I mean, what are they going to do now? Oh, Declan Rice is... No, it's not Declan Rice. Who is that? It's on the ground there. I think it's Zubamendi holding his ankle. It is Zubamendi holding his ankle at the moment. I'll tell you what, I don't know how he's hurt his ankle there. It looked like he took out Jorginho Ruta, unless he's hurt his ankle in the process of kicking Jorginho Ruta. I don't know. There's a yellow card here for, is it a Chelsea player? No, it's a yellow card for Matty Cash. Matty Cash has just been booked in the Aston Villa and Chelsea game for just taking out Garnacho. Don't blame him. I'd take him out as well. All right, where are we at? That score should be updated. Manchester City 1, Nottingham Forest 0. Well, that's all right. We've got 3 goals in 3 games. So Fulham versus West Ham is the only one. I actually think the fact that Harry Wilson's not playing, I reckon West Ham's odds of winning that game have gone drastically up. That was definitely a defensive purchase. He's been so good. I've just like he's just a brilliant asset. Like he's not on set pieces or anything at Man City. He just keeps scoring goals. The thing is that because at Bournemouth, like he would have to do a lot of the work himself. Oh wow, Nottingham Forest. Oh, far out. That was forces a save from Donnarumma. That wasn't far away from being an equaliser very, very quickly then. Well, unfortunately, someone was offside, so it wouldn't have counted anyway. Come on, Brighton. I want to see a Brighton goal. What do you want Man United in the title race? We need some of these teams to drop some characteristic points. I still can't believe Bart Simpson with that howler, man. That is just a ridiculous howler. Oh, decent ball into the box then from Van Heck, but unfortunately, I don't know who that is for Brighton. One of their blokes. Hinselwood goes up to try and win the header. Unfortunately, nothing doing there. He can't do anything with it. The good news is we're about to watch Man United, so that's going to improve. Oh, Aston Villa probing. Jorgensen almost spilled an absolute one into the breadbasket of one of the blokes unrushing in. It was Watkins there, I think, at the ready to try and pounce on that. A little bit of delivery. Hincapié. I tell you what, of all the players to own, if I'd known Hincapié was going to play so many minutes compared to Calafiori, I think I would have bought him instead of Timber. Because he's been unbelievably good down that left-hand side. And he was cheaper as well. Oh, it's a goal! Chelsea, João Pedro, yes! João Pedro off the bench, folks, and he scored for Chelsea. Get in! That's all we're talking about. That's why I put him first on the bench, Gary, because the D-Unit knew that João Pedro would deliver a goal in this Aston Villa game, and João Pedro has delivered a goal in this Aston Villa game. And thank you for coming. I'm probably still going to leave Gabriel's points, and he's probably still going to return massively on the bench. But either way, João Pedro has scored for the D-Unit. Happy days. And I don't know how he's managed to do it, but he's tapped one into the back stick. And you just, I was sitting there, I was looking at my team for next week, and I still had him on the bench. I was like, I've got to find a way to bring this man on. He's playing Newcastle, and Newcastle are crap. He's well onside. There's nothing to worry about there. Roll the tape, boys. I mean, that's all a bit too easy. João Pedro makes the perfect run across the back stick, taps it in. It's a fantastic ball across the box from, I think it's Enzo Fernandez. No, it's not. It's Gusto. My apologies. Gusto's put it across the box, and João Pedro says, thank you very much, D-Unit. I've got you covered. Harry Bloody Wilson might not be showing up, but the João Pedro is for you. Very nice. I mean, I don't... Oh, far out. It was a decent ball in from Brighton, but it's not quite. That was very nice. João Pedro. The dude can't stop scoring. He really can't stop scoring. He's been so good. Oh, just put it on a platter for the man. Put it on a platter for the man. Oh, that's fantastic. That's what I wanted to see. That's what I came to watch this morning. João Pedro getting me some points off the bench. If only I just hadn't made any moves, I would have been very happy. I would have been 4 points better off already. Gabriel will be coming on for Wilson instead, and João Pedro would have come on for Wirtz. And I just didn't know. I didn't think that there was a world where I was like concerned that there'd be a random just non-show this week as well, and I just didn't want to run the risk. And I thought it was worth a 4-point hit. And to be honest with you, I thought that Ekitike and Sade, one of them would return. I did not expect both of them to do nothing. I just thought it was very unrealistic that they would both do nothing, but alas, sometimes it's just how it goes, and you just got to roll with it. There we go, score update. I mean, that was a very welcome goal. A very, very welcome goal. João Pedro scoring. That was nice. Finally, some more bench jam for the D-Unit. It's about bloody time we get some bench jam this season. Fulham probing. Oh, that looked like a late tackle from behind by that West Ham player there. Tell you what, that looked a bit sloppy from, I think it was Souček clattering in. The referees played it on. I don't think they're going to go back and look at it. It'll be referees on-field call, I reckon. Oh, Declan Rice. He's just giving the ball away. What's he doing there? Jorginho Ruda. Oh, nice little move. Matoma goes in. Declan Rice. Wow. Declan Rice gets back and that is a fantastic tackle to stop that dead in its tracks. Oh, Chelsea probing again here. João Pedro looking for a second. That's exactly what we need, João. We need some points, baby, and you need to cook me some more points up there. A second goal will get you a 13-pointer. That's the kind of points I might need this week to enable my week not to go to absolute pot. Yeah, I think you guys just need to refresh because I'm definitely not muted. I can give you the hot tip. Well, top 100k beckons this week, yep. Yeah, I definitely not owned. I say Louise is 0.1% owned. Yeah, that's pretty mad to be honest. Right, we're 5 minutes away from Man United versus Newcastle starting. By the way, the timer is actually going to go reset when that game starts because essentially we are watching that game. I'm just started 45 minutes early for the benefit of watching João Pedro score me a goal and watching Bart Simpson with probably the howler of the season from a goalkeeper, which has felt quite nice. That surely went out. Apparently it didn't. Wow, okay, that's interesting. I don't know what game I'm watching, but that clearly went out to me, but apparently not. Wan-Bissaka's just been booked in the West Ham game. I don't know what he's been booked here for. What's he been booked here for? Oh, no. Oh, he's been booked for simulation. Oh, you absolute fraud. Wan-Bissaka, there's one thing you're no good at, mate, and that's diving. Just don't do it. All right, Chelsea, Garnacho down the left. Oh, far out. They almost deflected that into their own net. Chelsea probing here. Aston Villa kind of a little bit on the rack. I mean, you're on the rack if Garnacho's causing you problems because that man is no good. He's 40 million pounds worth of just crap. Chelsea, I mean, they're making him look pretty good at the moment. Manchester City, they're in. No. Back. No, nothing doing. They can't find Haaland. Nothing doing. That's good. It's good news. I just need a Bruno masterclass. Bruno masterclass against all these people that Captain Haaland because the cartel did it. That would actually probably save the week. Aston Villa, 2-1. Aston Villa back in front. It's Ollie Watkins there with the goal, and he races off to celebrate. That was all a little bit too easy. Chelsea's defence doing what Chelsea's defence doing, absolutely partying like it's the Dead Sea and Moses has got his stick out and has parted the river. That's the best analogy I can think of off the top of my head. They just fell apart. It was just so easy. So easy. Like Elliot Anderson, get up, you big ponce. Trying to get Mateus Nunes in the book, you fraud. Oh, he's onside. Oh, Ollie Watkins might be offside. Sorry, folks. Hold on. It's very, very tight. VAR going to be checking this. I think it's a Morgan Rogers assist if it counts. But I tell you what, that is right on the line. That's right on the line. I thought from the angle I just saw, if I had to guess, I'd say he's probably off. Oh, Haaland went around the keeper, can't score. Unlucky. Well, that's unfortunate for the Haaland owners, isn't it? I tell you what, I reckon that's... it's going to be so tight. It's going to be like that Tarkowski one yesterday where he was onside by like the slivers. He's either offside or he's onside, and I can't tell. It's too close to call. It just depends whether VAR have Watkins in their team and Morgan Rogers in their team, I suppose, because that's the only... It's offside. No goal. It's been ruled out. VAR don't have Morgan Rogers in their team, folks. That's why that goal's been ruled out, unfortunately. I don't know. I have to see the graphic that they put out for that, but that has been ruled out. Oh, here we go. Oh, oh, mate. I can't wait for him to change it to clear daylight. I can't wait for him to change it to clear daylight. I tell you what, I think Chelsea are exceptionally lucky to still be level. I think they are exceptionally lucky to still be level. I feel like... I think both their hands are offside. Honestly, whatever. Either way, I don't own any of those players, so it doesn't worry me. But I'd be exceptionally aggrieved if I owned Ollie Watkins and Morgan Rogers. VAR just drew the lines at the correct time, didn't they? Just to suit their own narrative. That's unfortunate. That's very unfortunate. That's just unlucky, really, more than anything else. All right, we're a minute away from Man United versus Newcastle. All right, it's time to bin one of these games off. Sorry, folks, I'm no longer going to be watching the West Ham Fulham game, even though something looks like there's happening in that game. I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's happening in that game. Something. All right, we're going to get rid of that one. I'm going to pull that one over here for a second. This one here, I'm going to go over here. All right, let's open this one up. All right, Fulham probing into the box. What are they claiming here? Well, it's definitely not a penalty. Whatever it is, it's 90 here and there. It's a free kick just on the outside of the box there. All right, Newcastle versus Man United. Let's get that show up and running. All right, that game's actually started. What? That started right on time. All right, we're going to quickly reset that timer. Sorry, folks. That timer's going to reset back to 0 here very shortly. All right, did that work? No, still waiting. All right, Man United versus Newcastle is officially up and running. That game has just kicked off literally about 10 seconds ago. So we're up and away there as well. And I'm no longer watching the West Ham versus, the Fulham versus West Ham game because I have no interest in that game since Harry Bloody Wilson's not playing. But I'll keep an eye on the Goal Rush stream just to check if there is any sort of action in there. The other games are still all open. But in reality, it is now all about Man United versus Newcastle. And how many points Bruno Fernandes can cook. How many points can Bruno Fernandes cook? That is the key. Rogers blank, please. Rogers always has a quiet night at the moment. Yeah, it is a bit like that. Rogers owners frustrated weeks in the VAR. Even though, mate, the VAR they love ruining football. For me, I was like going, you know what? When you watch the replay back on like Match of the Day or whatever it is you watch it back on, when they show you the graphic, you just go sit there and go, they just picked that at the time that suited them, didn't they? Like old mate that's sitting in the booth tonight doesn't have Morgan Rogers or Ollie Watkins in their team. That's the only thing you can put it down to. Oh my God, Manchester City flashed the ball across the box. Nothing doing there. It goes, and Haaland can't believe he hasn't got a touch on it. I mean, Haaland's just not been at it. He has not been at it for months. Oh, he should have scored. That was just a tap-in. He's absolutely made a meal of that. He should have scored that. That should have been a tap-in Haaland 2-0 City. I don't know how he hasn't got his foot to that. Don't know how he hasn't got his foot to that. But he hasn't. I'm intrigued to see whether Newcastle do what I expect them to do and play right into Man United's hands here. Because if they come out of their box, I reckon Man United will absolutely tear them apart on the counter. I reckon we'll tear them apart on the counter. Oh, Mazraoui. Oh, Mbumo sat there. That's a bit sloppy from Mbumo. That's too easy, Mbumo, letting the ball go into the box there. Newcastle around the back stick. They put it over the top. Oh, my God, I've hit the post. Oh, and then Lewis Hall tries to go for goal, but he blazes over the bar. I mean, that was just, that would have been an unbelievable, calamitous moment. And it all stemmed from Mbumo just not reading the play. Mazraoui does really well. And Mbumo just sort of sits there. He does what Dallo does. Just let them put the ball into the box. I tell you what, that's so lucky that's hit the post and gone out. Trippier just tries to put it up to the back stick, and it's all one of those weird cross-come shots, and it kisses the post. It could have gone anywhere. That really could have gone anywhere. That could have been so bad. Can you imagine that? Just Newcastle taking a lead in the first 4 minutes and then them just sitting back for the game and allowing Man United to try and break them down. That would be the ultimate tactic from Eddie Howe. Because that's what Man United struggle against as well. Just giving away a freebie for nothing. I was so lucky they didn't concede there. So lucky. Come on, Mbumo. Ah, useless flog. I was reading somewhere today that someone said that, you know, Brian Mbumo or whatever. What's happening here? Sorry, something happened right at the end of that first half for Brighton versus Arsenal, and they're saying that they're lucky that there's no time and the refs called half time. Maybe they were about to get a corner out of it or something. I don't know, I have to rewatch that back, man. I don't think they're going to show it. They're just going to cut away to half time. Anyways, Declan Rice, sorry, not what am I about? Arsenal versus Brighton, that game is now officially half time. Man City versus Nottingham Forest is half time as well. They're still playing some injury time in the Aston Villa-Chelsea game, obviously because of that VAR ruling out that goal. And I'm assuming that West Ham versus Fulham must be pretty close to half time as well, but I'm not really 100% sure at the moment. Let's turn that off for a second. I don't need that sound anymore. I mean, they've got the stand commentary teams are really rubbish. Like, who's on commentary tonight? They are no good. Man, you know, these are the kind of games I sit there and go, they need to show up tonight, because next year they're not going to get this luxury. They're not going to be playing one game a week. They're going to have to be playing multiple games a week. And I need to quickly send that one back because now I've actually started the game. There we go. That's in the first half. Half time. Oh, Cunha! Oh, he's got underneath it. That was a really good piece of play there from Šeško to Bruno. Oh, it was really good pressing from Bruno. Šeško gets it. He plays it in front of Cunha. And he plays it onto his right foot, and Cunha's right foot, and he just puts it. I mean, he falls over and he just hits it into Rose Ed. That's the kind of start we needed. Unfortunately, Matheus Cunha, that is just sloppy. Absolutely sloppy. I personally think that Michael Carrick, I reckon, if I'd been picking the team tonight, I would have benched Cunha, played Ahmad, put Mbumo off the left, and brought Cunha on in the second half, where he could really have terrorised that Newcastle defence on tired legs. Particularly considering that he'd be coming on and playing on the Trippier side, and Trippier, as we know, is no spring chicken anymore. He realistically could have been taken to the cleaners today, 100%. He really could have been. All right, sorry, there we go. The game is actually up and running. There we go. It's half times in all the other games. It's 0-0 in Newcastle versus Man United. There's been a couple of half chances early doors in this game. Nothing to get too excited about. But, Yeah. Chelsea have scored. Oh, I've missed a goal. Is it João Pedro again? It's João Pedro again. Unbelievable. How good does it feel? Enzo Fernandez to João Pedro. And João Pedro says, D-Unit, I've got you covered, baby. 13-pointer coming. 13-pointer incoming for the... Oh, they're checking offside. They're checking offside. Oh, it's another game. It's another thing where they're checking offside. Rossini's sitting there in his seat. I'm sitting there in my... Well, I'm standing up going, can it please be a João Pedro goal? I don't even care if Enzo Fernandez has got the assist. João Pedro is sitting there giving it to the crowd going, come on, let's hear it up for the D-Unit. 13-pointer off the bench for the D-Unit. It is. It is. It counts. That's all that matters. João Pedro's got a brace for the D-Unit as his first sub. And now those people are sitting there going, you did get it right, D-Unit. You did get it right putting João Pedro in front of Gabriel on your bench. That makes a lot more sense now, doesn't it, folks, when he's getting 13 points off the bench rather than Gabriel's 6 at the moment. Or probably 8 points. Or probably 10, whatever he ends up getting. But he needs to score a goal in order to beat the João Pedro points that are coming off the bench. Maybe in reality, maybe I should have just benched Virgil van Dijk. That would have been the more intelligent move. But alas, I'm not that intelligent. I didn't do it. Because I bet all in on this stupid team I can't stand the most in life. And they did exactly what I was hoping they would do and lose. But either way, it didn't even feel bad because, by God, does it feel good. You know, when Liverpool lost yesterday, the first thing I do, when Liverpool lose, I send all my Liverpool mates. I've got them all in this hot contact list. I just sent them the result. I said, how's your morning going? Wolves? Wolves, anyone? They went into the Wolves den and they got feasted on. That's what happened in that game. Oh, Chelsea, I mean, that's good. João Pedro with the points on the... I feel sorry for Nightmare. He sold João Pedro for DCL unit. He just can't buy a ticket. I mean, at least he's got the Salah captaincy points this week, but that's got to be another just kick in the teeth. He sold João Pedro and he gets a 13-pointer. That doesn't feel good. That does not feel good. He's so offside, but then he's not. Trig will be fuming. Enzo Mood paid off for one of the people who kept him. Why do I have the DCL unit instead of the coach? João Pedro is one of them ones where he is just, when he's in form, you've just got to ride him. You've got to ride him till he's not in form. And at the moment, he is in unbelievably hot form. And I just looked at my team and I just thought, it made sense to bench him with the team I had this week. I'm just lucky that Harry bloody Wilson's having the night off. It's the best way to describe it. I'm just exceptionally lucky that Harry Wilson's having the night off because he would have had to have had some game against West Ham to obviously beat João Pedro. And to be honest, I didn't think Aston Villa were going to be that... Aston Villa aren't that bad defensively. They don't normally concede multiple goals, but, I mean, they've conceded twice to João Pedro in the first 45 minutes. That game's going to be exciting. That game is going to be exciting in the second half. That's now officially halftime in that game as well. They've just sat there and gone down the race. And João Pedro, what a man. What a man. In my hour of need, he has delivered. He has delivered. That's huge. That's just unbelievably big. That he's got those points there. I'm going to sit there and try and update my score while I'm mucking around here. Now officially it's just Newcastle versus Man United at the moment now. That's 11 minutes into that game now, give or take a few seconds. It's been a pretty even start early doors as well. Nothing too exciting to write home about. The best chance, obviously, was that Kieran Trippier cross-come shot that kissed the post. And then, obviously, down the other end, I mean, Matheus Cunha probably should have done better because those are the kind of chances that he normally puts on target. But that's a good ball in. Lenny Yoro wins the header. Newcastle go for it. Oh, just wide there from, I think it's Alanga. Alanga on the volley has just put it wide of the near post there. That was a good chance for Newcastle. Probably their best chance outside of that other one that realistically wasn't really a chance, but it almost turned into a chance. Langa's actually hit it pretty well, but unfortunately it's not going to trouble the goalkeeper from there, unfortunately. Right, where is my team? There we go. So Hay, Wilson and Sharp. Semenyo's obviously scored, so that's 6 points he's currently on. And then João Pedro on the bench, man. Genius. Absolutely genius. What a man. What a man. All right, so I've gained, what is that? 8. 13. 13, so that takes up to 30 points with the -4 now. That's better than it was before. It's going to get, hopefully it continues to get better. Bruno Fernandes just needs to show up here at some point in this game and have one of those games where he just has an all-timer and just goes ballistic for me. Gets a penalty, someone gets a penalty, does something, scores a goal, gets an assist. Harvey Barnes, oh, right on the edge. He again flashes it wide. A very good chance there for Harvey Barnes, but he can't capitalise as well, and he puts it wide. I tell you what, Newcastle have definitely had the early chances here. Man United started what I kind of expected them to do, a little bit sloppy, and they've definitely started a little bit sloppy. Let's be fair, they've not been overly fantastic early doors here. That'll do. Right, that looks like I've updated my score there. That was all a bit too easy. Way too easy, that did. Way too easy. Actually, I'm going to update this because all these other games are going to come back on in a minute. I'm going to quickly start getting them together as well. What am I doing here? Newcastle definitely had the early running. Whole ball in the box. Oh, well played. I mean, the one good thing, last season compared to this season, these kind of balls, I would watch a Nana come out. He'd put his clown wig on. He'd come out and he'd somehow just either miss the ball, he'd either punch one of the opposition players' heads instead of the ball, or he just was a calamity. But watching Le Mans in goal, you just know he's going to win the ball. You know that he's going to come out and he's going to claim it. The only time he has not claimed it this entire season was against Arsenal when he came out, and that's the only mistake I can actually figuratively remember him realistically being at fault for. He's come out and he's just got lost in the crowd. That's the only time I remember him going for a ball this season he didn't get to. He's been so good at getting the ball, generally speaking. Right, let's download that one as well. Right, so I've actually managed to update my score. It's currently on 30 points as things stand. Obviously, that's without the bonus. But João Pedro is probably going to end up on 13 points as things stand, which is very nice. João Pedro, man, what a gun. What a gun. I mean, that is ultimate bench jam, getting a 13-pointer off your bench. But you've got to take it. You've got to take it. And just say, thank you, Harry. Thanks, Harry, for pulling one for the team. You in a big clash on Footium tomorrow? Mate, it's not going to be a big clash. It's going to be a whitewash. My entire team has been rested. Colm gave me some insider info on the stream last night, and I rested all the boys tonight, and we just did him a nice little solo. Oh, that was almost the moment Mateus Cunha trying to play Bruno Fernandes in. I thought he was going to get in, but he didn't quite get in. Oh, that would have been a moment. Bruno Fernandes 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper. You just know what would have happened. It would have been 1-0 Man United. No, Nightmare sold Pedro for DCL unit, sadly. Arsenal defence, Bournemouth defence, and Pedro's only ones killing my rank. Yeah, I don't even have Gabriel. I'm hoping for a Brighton goal in that second half. If only Joe had knocked him out when he had the chance. Legit, Colm. He had the chance, he just didn't do it, did he? He just didn't do it. The DCL unit. Honestly, I don't think I'm going to sell João Pedro. I think I'm just going to keep him. The dude's been so good. Until he goes off a cliff or he gets benched or whatever, I'm just going to keep rolling with him because it makes no sense not to go with him. He's just been so good. He's just been unbelievably good. And long may it continue. And the thing is now, like, I'm sitting there, I'm like going, lots of people going, oh, like, getting rid of Haaland means that I can just be a little bit more creative. And I've got the money to go back for him, right? I can easily bring Haaland back if I wanted to this week even, because I've got the money. I've got 6.7 million in the bank. It's crazy. I've got so much money in the bank, it's unbelievable. So I could literally bring him back for West Ham if I wanted. If I thought he was going to start against West Ham, I'd probably bring him back for Ekatike, I'd say. Maybe even for Thiago, I might even bring him in for Thiago because of the fact that Thiago, I don't know, it's Wolves. Wolves going away from Molineux, I think, is a target, a fixture. I think if you're targeting Wolves at Molineux, as we've seen in the last couple of games now, they've more than matched it with Arsenal. They've beaten Liverpool. I think maybe it's time to stop targeting Wolves when they're playing at home. Away from home, I think you can definitely still target them. But at the moment, targeting them when they're playing at home seems like a bit of a follious play to do. Or Jorginho up front is it? Oh, mate, when Brighton play without Welbeck up top, they're a way worse team. They are a way worse team. Mole Big Rice. What? Use that. Yeah, I'm going to. I am going to. Yeah, I completely forgot to. I literally got home today, Luke, from work, and I just went to sleep. I had food. I had a steak, some mashed potato, some broccoli, and some mushrooms, and I literally had that. And I said to the missus, "This is like 6 o'clock at night." I was like, I need to go to bed. I've been up like all night. I just need some sleep. So I went to bed. And yeah, it's been quite good because I've woken up really refreshed for this game. I woke up at 11 o'clock to watch my Footyham team just to check that South Park weren't bottling it. And thankfully, they took a 3-0 lead into half-time. I was like, I'm going back to bed. No need to worry about it. They'll run it out, and they did. And then I woke up at 3:15 a.m. just to check Dolly Tom went completely kaputting as well, and they weren't. And I was like, I need to actually get up now. And then I looked at the teams. I was like, oh, mate, I'm going to have to change all these graphics because I had Sanchez playing with 1 point, Wilson playing with 1 point. Obviously, both of them, well, Sanchez got benched and Harry bloody Wilson obviously just isn't showing up at all. So that needed to be changed. Oh, far out. Shishka almost cut that out from Tonali, but not quite. All right, all the other teams are coming out here. It looks like Brighton are going to make a change at halftime. Looks like Minte might be coming on there. Man City versus Nottingham Forest. All the players are out for that second half as well. Man, you can't handle Newcastle. I don't know. I feel like they're handling them pretty well early doors here. Nothing too exciting to worry about. But we're about to get into the second halves here. Those games are all updating, so I'm going to quickly sit there and acknowledge that they are into the second half. And there we go. We're into the second half of those other games, but obviously we are sticking with the timer in the Newcastle versus Man United game, which is about 20-odd minutes in now. Yeah, Man City are going to get us kicked off here in the first game of the other 4 games. Looks like they're first out, and they're going to kick us off for the second half there in the second half of those watch-alongs. Again, the only game I haven't got live eyes on is the Fulham versus West Ham game. So I'm just going to rely on Colm to update us on that because he's probably watching it. Harry Wilson is doing God's work on and off the pitch. He is. So much money in the bank. He can now afford sleeves through his tops. Evening, buddy. Did you throw the game? Nah, Colm did not do any throwing of the game. Bought Dallo and he's benched. I hope he stays because my first sub is Alderete. Oof, that would be nice. Fulham penalty. How many mins does Haaland play today? Hopefully under 60. VAR checking the Fulham West Ham game. So maybe there is a penalty for Fulham. Okay, maybe I was scoffing a little bit too early. It's just flashed up on my screen that there's a VAR check in that Fulham versus West Ham game. So I'm not sure what's happened there. But, yeah. Pen VAR off. Okay, so maybe the penalties was given and then it's now being taken away by the gods that are the VAR people in there. Actually, I need to quickly put the sound on that one so I can hear what's going on over there. Kieran Trippier's down holding his face. Lovely to see. Is he going to need some treatment? No, he's like, get me up. I'm fine. Oh, is he fine? So he's gone up into Cunha. Oh, and he's copped a boot to the face on the way down. I mean, that's unfortunate. Nothing deliberate about that at all, but it's just Mateus's Cunha's trailing leg as he's gone up to head the ball's caught Trippier behind. He would have no idea that he'd done that to Trippier. Trippier's sort of come up his arse and he's just copped a boot for his trouble. I have to say I'm disappointed. Pay to win and he doesn't need any more advantages. Like I told him, formation so you got the formation at the right price, which is free. Yep, no penalty for Fulham. VAR have obviously put that to bed and either overturned it or whatever. Still haven't gone there. They're probably going to show us that in about 5 minutes' time, knowing the way that goal rush stream works. But alas, nothing doing. That would have been nice little points there for Williams. All right, Mbeumo, what have you got? Plays it to Bruno. Bruno, ball over the top. Cunha, Šeško, turns. Oh, can he get there? Oh, far out. He wasn't far away. He wasn't far away. I thought I was going to fall and he was going to get a little bit of a toe poke at it, but he can't quite get the toe poke that would have given Man United the lead. It was a good early ball in. Cunha somehow gets it. Then Šeško just uses his big body, tries to get in the way. He can't quite get in front of Tonali to poke it home. And alas, they hold on. By the way, I just realised that Ramsdale's in goal for Newcastle. Not Nicholas Pope. I swear I read out the lineups. How did I not pick that up before? I just noticed then that Ramsdale's in goal for Newcastle. Interesting. Did the cartel get done insider information on Hull this week? Oh, of course they probably did. I would not. It all seemed a bit suspicious to me. It all seems a bit suspicious to me. They're not very honest people. They get sent a lot of stuff from a lot of anonymous leaks and they just choose what they want to show and when they want to share it. And they just do it to try and benefit their own teams, really. Okay, I've just seen the Fulham West Ham thing. Tell you what, I feel like... Okay, mate, well, obviously it's been ruled out because it's not a foul, but I tell you what, from first glance, I thought it looked like a foul. Silva can't believe it. Silva must be like, Silva must hate VAR. Of all the teams that get screwed over by VAR the most, I reckon Fulham are almost up there as the number one team that gets screwed over the most. They really are the team that gets screwed over the most, I swear. All right, yellow card here for Ramsey. And the Newcastle game, he's taking out Casemiro, who he's just tried to hold by his hand and pulls him to the floor. You mean you can't be doing that? See, that's what happens in the box when you're playing Arsenal, and yet no one ever gets penalised. All they have to do is do it once, and all the nonsense will stop. And it's exactly the same thing that happens everywhere else on the field. It's a yellow card and whatever because it stops the play. But unfortunately, for whatever stupid reason, they just let it continue on in the box. It's so crap to watch. Bruno to Ameno, Casemiro, out to Mbeumo. What can he do? He turns around. He runs at Lewis Hall. Can he get a ball into the box? No. Did he win a corner? No. Yes, he did win a corner. Oh, is it a goal kick? It's a corner. All right, Chelsea versus Aston Villa. Those players are coming out in time for the second half there as well. All right, Arsenal have conceded a corner and Brighton are doing to them what Arsenal do to everyone else. This is what I love to see. Just everyone just pile in on the Arsenal goalkeeper. Give them a taste of their own medicine. I love to see it. And then all their fans start whining about the fact, oh, you didn't let me take a corner. Meh. Oh, and Mbeumo, great delivery in. And that's got to be another Man United corner. It clearly came off Trippier's head, surely. I mean, Mbeumo's corners have been so good the last couple of games. I don't know how we haven't scored off them. They've been a bit like Jared Bowen's corners, like right on the money. All they need is some. They just need Harry Maguire to get a bit more muscular in there and score a goal. All right, Bruno Fernandes, corner. Headed away by Big Dan Burn. Luke Shaw. Oh, Luke Shaw, he's rubbish, isn't he? Oh, Bruno, that's sloppy. That's sloppy, Bruno. Got to do better than that with your first touch, mate. That's poor. I was never going to win. My highest rated player was so high as his lowest rated. Can you tell me when Chelsea's second half kicks off so I can... I'll tell you in about 50 minutes time, Luke. Now, Chelsea are about to get underway. João Pedro's out there discussing with Aston Villa about who's going to kick the ball off. João Pedro's saying it's our kickoff. Aston Villa is saying it's ours and they can't make up their mind who's whose. Semenyo and Bernardo Silva almost made it 2-0 to Manchester City there. That was a really brilliant piece of play from him. How he's not been fouled by Anderson and or Nico Williams there and still somehow got his shot away is incredible. Sells with the save, though, to deny that from going in. And Chelsea versus Aston Villa is now underway, Luke, so you can piss off. Who gave Casemiro the black eye? I don't know. I'm not sure who gave him the black eye, to be honest. Here we go. Brian and Bruno. Can he go? Oh, far out. I thought he was going to get in. Lewis Hall. And Lewis Hall defensively looks a little bit leggy. He looks a little leggy. I wouldn't have thought he looked leggy. He normally looks really fit. All right. And Boomer on the right, definitely, I don't know. I don't think they've quite found the quite right combination yet of where to put him. In the 9, I feel like against Newcastle, he'd look pretty good there, but yeah. All right, Man City, all they need is another 7 minutes. No goals conceded. Take Matheus Nunes off for the D-Unit, please. That'd be nice. Get me the clean sheet point. Get me the clean sheet points. Better yet, take Haaland off in the next 5 minutes before it hits 60 minutes. That will make the rest of tonight way more enjoyable. I wonder how many minutes he'll get in that game. It'd be intriguing to see how long he lasts in that game. All right, Chelsea, Garnacho probing. Nothing doing, loses the ball. Half an hour gone, the Man United game. Matheus Nunes, ball into the box. That's not going to cut the mustard, mate. That is a bad cross from Matheus Nunes for once there. Flashes across, goes out for a throw-in out the other side. Right back. No problem, buddy. See you in a bit. Play up top for a Man United if your first name or surname ends in a vowel. Maybe. Luke scored. He knows that Southern Vale are going to be getting wiped off the floor later again today. I mean, it was 7-0 the last time round. I might do a live watch-along for that. Just a private watch-along, just so we can watch Luke's misery once more. I should have enough left in the tank for that, with a little bit of luck. All right, Bruno Fernandes, what can he do? Keep going, Bruno. Come on, Bruno. Sloppy. That was just not the right ball. I mean, the Newcastle actually defended that really well. Dropped off perfectly. And then Anthony Gordon's rolling around on the floor like a big baby because Harry Maguire just pushed him over. He didn't even push him over. He just needled him. Did a little bit of a needling and down he went. Come on, Brighton. Get Danny Welbeck on the field. Bring Danny Welbeck off the bench. Put him on field. Danny Welbeck comes on. All of a sudden, Brighton will look like they're going to score. And Danny Welbeck loves scoring against his former teams. Now, he just loves scoring against them. Oh, there's a goal in the Manchester City Nottingham Forest game, and Morgan Gibbs-White has equalised. I mean, there goes no clean sheets for the D-Unit this week. Not a surprise. I just don't get clean sheets, generally speaking. And Nottingham Forest and Morgan Gibbs-White has given Nottingham Forest an equaliser. Well, there we go. Morgan Gibbs-White has equalised for Nottingham Forest. And it's 1-1. Let's see how that's happened. Oh, this is all a bit too easy. 8-Nori just gets absolutely burnt. It's a cross towards the back. Oh, it's calamitous. Is it even a Morgan Gibbs-White goal or is it a Rodrigo own goal? And it must be a Morgan Gibbs-White goal because of the way he's celebrating. But I tell you what, it looked like. So Morgan Gibbs-White, oh, he goes the old cheeky back heel. Oh, back heel through Ruben Diaz's legs. That is an unbelievably neat finish from Morgan Gibbs-White. I mean, that's a great finish. It's a very good finish. It's 1-1. Manchester City, Nottingham Forest. Yet again, no clean sheets for the unit. Mate, I love defences. I just don't own good defenders. Outside of Arsenal ones, I don't know why I bother trying to buy different defenders. They're all crap. Nottingham Forest. I mean, there was signs in the first half that Nottingham Forest had looked a little bit dangerous on the counter. But yeah, 1-1. Who would have thought that? All right, Newcastle probing. Jollington, edge of the box, goes for it and hits it miles over the bar. He's leant back in his deck chair and he sent that into Rosette. All right, David Reyes down holding his shoulder. What's going on here? Oh, it's a good save. He must have landed funnily on his shoulder maybe. That's all I can put it down to. It's a very good save because Jorginho Ruta had a shot on target there and David Reyes was more than equal to it. Well, it looks like he's going to be fine. Ryan Cherky goes down the other end, tries doing something, nothing doing. Yeah, and David Reyes down. He's got 2 minutes to hang on here for a clean sheet. You guys could be lucky if he's no longer able to continue. He might be able to win you enough time to get that clean sheet point. But yeah, it's 1-1 there, and David Reyes is receiving medical attention. He's not happy about something. Also, David Reyes, I reckon, needs a haircut. I don't know. I don't want to think about his hair at the moment. I think he needs a haircut. Nottingham Forest probing again. Elliot Anderson falling over in the box. Nothing doing. Loses the ball. Victor Yokres is going off before the hour mark. Unlucky if you own him. He's coming off 58 minutes and 50 seconds into the game. Trossard looks like he's coming on as well, which means that probably Martinelli's coming off. Yeah, Martinelli's coming off as well, and it's Havertz and Trossard coming on. So a double change there for Arsenal. While old mate still continues to get some work from the doctors there on his shoulder. He's going to survive 60 minutes anyway, even if he isn't able to. Oh, he's back up and running. He'll be sweet. Just wasting a bit of time. Typical Arteta nonsense. Typical Arsenal nonsense. Haaland more DC than Nunes. Not a surprise. Haaland hasn't done much in this game, to be honest. Except chase the ball around. I actually think that Manchester City might have been playing better without him. Like in the last game. I know they only won 1-0, but they've looked not too bad. Brian Mbumo's just been booked. Thank you very much, Brian. You is absolute goose. Oh, it's a poor foul from Brian Mbumo. You're never going to win that ball. Just let him go, mate. That's poor. That's the last thing we need is giving away stupid points like that in a week like this. All right, João Pedro's just been KO'd here by Douglas Luiz. What's happened here? How did Brighton not score then? Oh, how did they not score then? Oh, I mean, since Minte's come on, Brighton have looked so much better. Oh, he cut it back as well. Oh, it's a good chance. Oh, Jorginho Ruta just is not clinical. He's just not clinical. He really just isn't clinical. Haaland goes for goal, nothing doing, blocked over the bar, corner. You just kind of know that Haaland's going to score in that game at some point. He's going to get lucky or something, right? Newcastle, Harry Maguire just manhandled Alanga and put him on the floor. That's got to be a foul. How's that not a yellow card on Jollington as well? He's just literally and it is. It's a yellow card for Jollington. João Pedro's just been booked, you absolute goose. And Rodrigo's just scored for Manchester City. Rodrigo has scored for Manchester City by the looks of it. And there's a goal in the Fulham West Ham game as well. I've got no idea what's going on there. But Rodrigo has re-given Manchester City the lead. I have no idea who scored in the West Ham game at all, because that's the only game I'm not watching. But there's also been a goal in there because it's just flashed up on the screen. So when they cut there, we'll have a look. So it's a ball into the box. It's a great ball in, and Rodrigo just gets up and puts it away. Does it hit Semenyo on the way through? Rodrigo gets up. I think it might come off Semenyo. Cole Palmer's just scored for Chelsea as well. It's 3-1 there. And Chelsea have just scored. It's 3-1. There's another yellow card coming out in this other game. Luke Shaw's just been booked as well. Goals all around the gaff. So I'm not sure. It looks like a Rodrigo goal, but I dare say it's hit someone else on the way in. But either way, it's 2-1. Milinkovic is getting carded. I'm not sure why he's been carded. Maybe he's voicing protest about something. He's not happy about something. Either way, there's goals going in left, right, and centre. I still don't know what's happened in the West Ham Fulham game, but apparently there's a goal there as well. I tell you what, I went very close to hitting Semenyo's back. I know they're saying it's a Rodri goal, but I tell you what, I swear that hit Semenyo's back. I swear that hit Semenyo's back. I reckon it'll go down as Semenyo goal and a Rodrigo assist. Let me have a look. I'm watching it back again. It definitely, it goes very close to hitting someone's back. It does. It's off Semenyo's back. It's going to be a Semenyo goal. That will be a Semenyo goal at some point. Semenyo's going to be on track for a 15-pointer. I should have left him as captain. He's going to be on for a 15-pointer. That actually would have just single-handedly saved my week. I know it's gone down as a Rodrigo. Yeah, Pedro definitely got yellow carded. I saw that. I think it's going to be a Semenyo. I think at some point they will change that. It's definitely come off Semenyo, and it doesn't matter. If it hits any part of your body, that's just how it works. That is a goal. I have no idea who got the assist in the Chelsea game, other than the fact that Cole Palmer scored. It's a Bowen assist, apparently. Of course, Bowen. I should never have sold Jared Bowen for Thiago. He's been dominant ever since I did it. All right, here we go. Fulham versus West Ham. Oh, dear. What's Bernd Leno doing? What is Bernd Leno doing? Oh, that is going to be one of the worst howlers. I mean, we've seen some goalkeeping howlers today. Somerville with the goal, and Jared Bowen just picked Leno's pocket and teed up Somerville beautifully, and it's 1-0 to West Ham. I mean, where has that come from? That's some really bad play there. Some really bad play. And then Cole Palmer. Who touched that last before Cole Palmer got it? Who touched that pass before Cole Palmer got it? I feel like potentially João Pedro puts a foot out and it might graze his foot. I don't know. It's hard to tell. Hold on. So Gusto gets it. Gusto plays it in. It's clear. Does João Pedro touch him with his leg or something before it hits Cole Palmer? I don't know. Either way, it's either a Gusto assist. Oh, I've got very lucky until my players have just touched the ball. Oh, Mainu goes for it. Oh, that would have been some goal if that had gone in, but Kobe Mainu forces a great save from Ramsdale, who puts it wide. Oh, that would have been some goal. Far out. Kobe Mainu letting fly from about 25 yards out. I'm going to try and update these scores at the moment, but oh, Aston Villa! Oh, they can't quite finish. He can't get his shot away. That should have been a shot away there. João Pedro, get your ass onside. This is a great break. It's 5-on-4. Can he find João Pedro at the ball? Oh, no, that's a horrible ball from Gusto. That's not the ball that you were looking for, mate. You needed to cut that back. That's poor. That should have been another goal for Chelsea. That should have been a breakaway goal. It should have been 4-1. It should have been 4-1. But it's not. All right, let's update these scores. I'm miles behind with updating these scores. Manchester City have retaken the lead. It's 2-1 there. All right, that looks a lot better. Let's quickly update all them. All right, we're about 3 minutes away from halftime in the Newcastle Man United game now. All these other games are all over the place, like because of all the injury time for some games in the first half and not in the first half. All right, if we updated that, if we got all these scores ready to go. There we go. All the scores are now officially updated. Nottingham Forest 2-1. Arsenal ball into the box off a corner. Nothing doing. Cleared away there by Brighton. Enzo yellow card. Rogers yellow card. Reece James assist. No, it's definitely... Yeah, I don't know. I feel like Gusto put the ball in, from what it looked like. I just didn't see, because it's on the smaller screen that I'm watching those other games off. And if it was on this one, I'd be able to tell. But it looked like João Pedro tried to put something on it, but I'm not sure if he did or not. But yeah, Cole Palmer goal. Best 5 minutes ever had Somerville, Gibbs White, and Palmer as well. Very nice. Might just give up at FPL and focus on UCL Fantasy and World Cup Fantasy instead. Yeah, it's just the way that it rolls. I mean, I've got 0 points in my defence this week, and other people are going to probably have like 30 points in their defence. I've got a 2-pointer, a 1-pointer, a 2-pointer, and probably another 2-pointer as things stand. All right, here we go. Mateus Cunha forces a save, and Bruno, oh, what's he done? Oh, how's he missed that? Oh, he should have scored. That was the moment for D-Unit to cook some more points, and he's missed it. That's a fantastic chance. Oh, Cunha with a little bit of magic. Gets him, forces a save out of Ramsdale. Dan Burner ricochets to Mbeumo, who hits it before he hits it. Oh, and he's hit it on his shin rather than on his foot. And that would have definitely have been Manchester. Oh, you would have backed him in all day long to make that Manchester United 1, Newcastle 0. I don't know how Mbeumo's missed. I don't know how he's missed. That's an unbelievable miss. Oh, he should have scored that. That's poor. That's very poor. That's really poor. He should have scored. Danny Welbeck's coming on to blank this Arsenal defence. That's all we need to see. Danny Welbeck's on for the last 22 minutes. We all know that Danny Welbeck likes scoring. Anthony Gordon, what's he doing? Le Mans can't quite get there. Did he get there? I tell you what, I think Le Mans has got a little bit lucky here. This might be a penalty for Newcastle. I mean, Le Mans has come out. I mean, it's a nothing ball from Gordon. I think the thing is that Lenny Yoro kind of puts him on. I don't think he's getting that ball. Le Mans definitely catches him. But there's no way in earth he's ever getting that ball. He's fallen over. Oh, what a dive. He should be booked for simulation. He should be booked for simulation. That's embarrassing. He doesn't even get touched. I was going to say, Jacob Ramsey deserves to be booked for that. And he's off. Jacob Ramsey's been sent off for Newcastle for simulation. And so he should be. That's embarrassing. That's embarrassing. Diving like that, trying to win a penalty all day long, that's a dive. That is a dive. All right, Haaland's gone down here. Has he won a penalty? No, his Sells got there. The referee is saying what? Oh, wow. I think Sells has actually done really well here to stop Haaland. I tell you, that's another very thing. I mean, Jacob Ramsey, 100%, that is a dive. That is a dive, and I'm glad the refs booked him. Let's have a look at this Haaland one. Haaland gets the ball. He also dives. That's embarrassing. He should be booked for simulation as well. I know that Sells kind of makes contact with him, but Haaland runs into Sells. Sells stops, and then Haaland just puts his foot in and falls over. That's embarrassing. What is wrong with forwards trying to sit there? Like, stop cheating, you bastards. Stop cheating. Jacob Ramsey's got what he deserved. Haaland should have been booked for that as well, because that's just as embarrassing. That's exactly the same thing. Trying to win a penalty by trying to con the referee. And there's no need for it. There's VAR exists today. There's no need to be doing that. Chelsea, João Pedro hat-trick. João Pedro scored a hat-trick for the D-Unit. 17-pointer incoming. João Pedro makes it 4-1 to Chelsea. And Aston Villa are getting absolutely destroyed. Absolutely destroyed. João Pedro with a big 17-pointer off the bench. Trinkle say that's lucky, D-Unit. Well, you better believe it. That's why I pay up to have money on the bench. So in some cases, you get a big fat 17-pointer off the bench. Oh, and he does a little bit of a samba jig. I can get on board with the samba jig, João Pedro. If you're going to get me a hat-trick off the bench, baby, I'm very excited now. No one can sit there and debate why João Pedro was in front. Oh, now Newcastle have won a penalty. Anthony Gordon's been fouled by Bruno. Oh, what are you doing, Bruno? Why are you challenging there? That's definitely a penalty. Oh, the referee's got that one right. Anthony Gordon's definitely been fouled in the box, and it is going to be a penalty to not to Manchester United, to Newcastle. All day long, that's a penalty. Or is it outside the box? It might be outside the box. Oh, no, it's inside the box. It's definitely inside the box. I tell you what, Anthony Gordon kind of goes looking for it, though. It's definitely a penalty. I've got no problem with that one. I feel like that's a penalty. Bruno Fernandes, that is sloppy. That is really poor play from Bruno there. That's really poor from Bruno. Why is he challenging there? That's just daft. I mean, you're playing against 10 men. You've literally just got off the hook, and then you're doing something idiotic like that. You just need to shut up, Bruno. He's not going to overturn it, mate. All you're going to do is get yourself booked, and that would just add a calamitous to the nonsense. What's the mod's got? Can he save it? Anthony Gordon's pretty good from the penalty spot, so I'm thinking that he's probably going to score this. Anthony Gordon won it, so there'll be no assist if he scores. It'll just be an Anthony Gordon goal. All right, Le Mans, what's he got? Can he save it? Anthony Gordon. Nah, he scores. Newcastle 1-0. That's just pathetic from Bruno. Right on the stroke of half-time as well. They've just got lucky, and then Bruno Fernandes just has an absolute brain fade. It's like he's forgotten where he is on the field. It's just stupid play from him. Really stupid play. And Bruno's sitting there still arguing the point, mate. You fouled him. There's no point arguing. You've made contact with him, you absolute idiot. Oh, that's pathetic. That's really pathetic from Bruno. That's just poor. It's a pretty, I mean, if Le Mans had stayed still, he would have saved it because it wasn't the best penalty in the world. It's gone straight down the middle. It's not like Anthony Gordon's hit it with any great ferocity or anything. What's going on here? It's just poor from Bruno. I mean, it's just a daft challenge. What the hell's going on here? Ah, that makes more sense. I was like, what's going on here? It did want to let me update the score. That's so poor. I mean, we're just giving them a goal on the stroke of half time. They're going to go in. Eddie Howe's going to rally the troops. They're going to come back out in the second half. And what's going to happen? They're going to sit there and probably defend. Which is exactly what Man United are no good against. Oh, that's just crap play from Bruno. That's just idiotic play. That kind of nonsense just... It's pathetic. It's just absolutely pathetic from Bruno. He should know better. He should know better. Oh my God, Nottingham Forest have equalised again. It's 2-2. Here I am getting annoyed. It's Elliot Anderson with a goal. Elliot Anderson with a goal. I mean, a few people are probably getting him off the bench this week as well. And this is another another twist in the title race. Nottingham Forest, having twice gone behind, have twice come back, and Elliot Anderson has scored. Elliot Anderson has scored. That's got to be a yellow card tonight. He's just pulled Cunha to the ground. That's a great goal from Elliot Anderson. That's fantastic from him. I'm not sure who got the assist there, but Elliot Anderson, that is some finish. Creeping into the the back corner of the net. A fantastic goal. And Nottingham Forest have been pretty good value in the second half for that result as things stand. They've been pretty damn good. I can't believe that game's 2-2. I did not expect Nottingham Forest to score twice. I mean, they've been pretty goal-shy in general this season. And here they are getting an equaliser. All right, Bruno Fernandes of what will probably be the last kick of the half here. I mean, so we played 8 minutes of injury time when there was only meant to be 3. Bruno Fernandes, ball into the box. Casemiro is an equaliser. Bruno Fernandes is the captain, has got an assist. And Manchester United, just like that, on the stroke of half-time, get back into the game, and it's 1-1. I mean, I don't know how we're still playing in this first half. We've had almost 9 minutes of injury time, and Casemiro, yet again, the 5.5 million midfielder that you can buy for a pence at the bottle shop or whatever, has delivered a beautifully headed goal. What a ball from Bruno Fernandes. What a ball from Bruno Fernandes. And Casemiro, he just fired. Sorry, I thought Nottingham Forest had scored again, but they hadn't. It's still 2-2 there. But Bruno Fernandes has equalised just on the stroke of half-time. Oh, I can't believe it. Well, at least I'm not too angry anymore now. Man United are back in it. Bruno Fernandes has cooked the D-Unit some captaincy points, which might prove critical by the end of the game week at preserving my rank from last week. Bruno Fernandes, get in. You absolute champion. And that's it. That's officially half-time in that game. It's 1-1. What a dramatic end to that half. Bruno Fernandes gives away the penalty. Then somehow whatever it is, Trippy is arguing something about, I don't know what he's arguing about, but either way, I can't believe it. Man United have come from a goal down after Newcastle go down to 10 men, and now we're back level. You've got to take that. You've got to take that. It's officially half-time as well, by the way. So we're going to quickly stop that timer there and get that off screen for a minute while half-time is on. 1-1. There we go. All the scores officially updated now as well. But yeah, can't believe it. Casemiro, he's like the gift that keeps giving it. 5.5 mil. 5.5 mil. That's all he costs. All right, Declan Rice is going off here for Arsenal. By the looks of it as well. He's not, sorry. It's Zubamendi going off. My apologies. I thought it was Rice that was going off. It's Zubamendi that's going off there for Arsenal. And he's been replaced by... I'm not sure who that is. Norgard. That's why I didn't know who that is. I've never seen that guy for Arsenal before. That's because the dude never gets on the pitch. But he's got on the pitch today. And Norgard has got on the pitch. I still can't believe it's 2-2 in that game. 2-2 in the Nottingham Forest Man City game. That's not something I had on the bingo ticker. Mad. I'll tell you what, it's been some goals. So this is what happens. D-Unit stands up. Once I stand up, the goals start flying in. We've had multiple goals in all these games. I've got to stand up for the rest of the season. It's going to keep standing up and hope that the goals keep coming. Because the longer I stand up, the more goals seem to be cooking. Yesterday I sat down and the goals were pretty disappointing across the board, to be honest. Rice has hit DC. Tell someone that cares. Anderson coming on for a rally just makes my game week much better. Very nice. The trophy cabinet is probably too full. Does City even want to win the Prem, or are they satisfied? Honestly, it's been a bit poor from them, to be honest. Anderson 11D season currently on for max bonus. Mate, I'm praying for my second bench. Yeah, mad. Mad. I mean, a lot of people have Anderson on the bench. A lot of people have Anderson on the bench. I feel like Trigg's going to get very lucky unless Anderson comes on off the bench for Fulham, which is definitely possible. Let me have a look while I'm having a look here. Let's have a look. What's going on? I think Docker's now on for Manchester City. I didn't see what happened there. He takes a turn in, hits it into bloody Rosed. Cherky's off for Man City. I mean, my points don't actually look that bad anymore. I don't think. Wow. I'm just looking at the Cards team. The Card also benched João Pedro, is also getting João Pedro's points off the bench. So João Pedro got the assist. So he's got 3 goals and an assist. João Pedro is going to end up with a hat-trick. I mean, that's an unbelievable. I mean, he would have had a 20-pointer. He's going to end up with 19 points, João Pedro. 19 points for João Pedro. That is unbelievable. That's going to be one of the best points off the bench I've ever had. One of the best points I've ever had off the bench. Actually, I can't believe that. That's crazy. It's very lucky. I know. Insane. I'm assuming Semenyo got the brace in the end. Did someone actually tell me if he actually got granted that second goal? Because I feel like potentially he should have been, because it definitely looked like it hit his back rather than Rodrigo. But maybe they're going to be not mean and not give it to him. I'm just double checking. I'm logging in to see what my actual score is. Let's have a look. Finally got the top 1 million. Nice. Well enough does JP need to TK1. Mate with a great João Pedro masterclass. It's mad, isn't it? It's mad. Semenyo hasn't been given the other goal, so they must reckon that they must not be giving it to him. But it clearly looked like it hit Semenyo's back. It really looked like it hit Semenyo's back, I thought. Gabriel's currently on 8 points. He's probably on bonus as well, isn't he? He's 100% going to be on bonus. He is. He's on 3 bonus. Wow, Gabriel's on 11 points. So I'm leaving 11 points on the bench. That sucks, but oh well. Never know. Brighton could easily score a goal here at some point with some luck. And it'll make me feel a little bit better about that. I knew the risk doing it. I just thought that I had more faith in Liverpool defence than I ever should have. Let's be fair. I think I've learnt my lesson now. I'm never betting on double defence again. I'm going to sell one of my Liverpool defenders in game week 30, and I'm just going to go one defender in each team. Last season it served me so much better. This year I've just played it differently, and it's just been the source of the source of hilarity, because every time I go for a double defence, they just suck. Maybe I should go back to double Arsenal defence and they'll start conceding goals again. I swear Semenyo hit his back on that second goal. I'd have to see that back. I wonder if they'll change it or not. It will be interesting to see. Wow, Semenyo's on 8 defensive contributions as well. I don't think there's enough time left in that game for him to get 12. No, I don't think so. Bruno's going to be on 3 bonus, isn't he? No, he's close. He's on 1 bonus at the moment. As Bruno Fernandes is going to save my rank. That's what's going to happen here in the second half. Because I'm getting slaughtered by... Actually, my rank has actually been slaughtered. I'm on such a huge red arrow, even with all those points for João Pedro. It's because my defense has done absolutely nothing. Like, double Arsenal defense is murdering me currently. It is murdering me. I'm on an 18-point red arrow. That's insane. It's because of all the defense. I've got no defenders coming in or doing anything. Even though my actual team itself, and Bumo's done nothing as well, which is unhelpful. Yeah, Gabriel and Arsenal are literally giving me an 18-point red arrow. It's hilarious. Actually, no, I lie. It's only 14 points now. It's gone down. I don't know why it's gone down all of a sudden. Well, if they had an extra goal for Semenyo, it might actually help. I might get lucky and I might update it overnight. It's going to be quite a high-scoring week because, yeah, a lot of people still rocking double Arsenal defence, and double Arsenal defence is officially about 4 minutes away from coming in. I tell you what, Brighton have been unlucky not to score in that game, though. Let me have a look. What's it looking like? Where's the matches at? Because I feel like I've seen more Brighton attacking than Arsenal attacking in that game. Oh, it's going to make me bloody sign in again. Why does it do that? You change from Fantasy Premier League to look at the match. Oh, actually, for once, it hasn't done it. That's interesting. I thought it was going to make me sign in yet again. It hasn't. Yeah, look at that. Brighton are actually beaten Arsenal in the XG battle. It's Bart Simpson's error that's given them the win. So it's 0.71 XG for Brighton and 0.4 for Arsenal. I was going to say, Arsenal have done nothing in that game. Absolutely nothing. It's been a typical Arteta performance, 1-0. 1-0 to the boring Arsenal. That's exactly what it's been, and it's been, I mean, that game has been the definition of why it's so frustrating. I actually want Man City to score here because I don't think Arsenal deserve to win the league playing this crappy-ass anti-football week in, week out and getting away with it. But Manchester City, I mean, they need them. They've just been poor. Oh, Haaland, that's embarrassing. Haaland needs to get booked for the simulation. He needs to get booked for the simulation. It's embarrassing. There's nothing in that, you big baby. Look at you, 6'4", and you're crying about a little arm across your shoulder. Turn it up, mate. Just copy everyone and buy my rank threads. Yeah, it's a good first half for sure. Timber getting the DCs. Our game because it's not in our... Yeah, way down, must be cooked. Yeah, I tell you what, yeah, it's just been, unfortunately, Arsenal defence is just murdering us. Timber's on track for the people that have Timber and Gabriel are loving life because I think... Let me have a look at this. But if I'm correct, they are on for huge points. Like huge points. I feel like Timber and Gabriel are probably combining for close to 30 points. Which is why my rank's been murdered, not because of anything else. So I really need a Bruno masterclass in the second half to try and bring it back for me. Yeah, so Gabriel's currently on 11. Gabriel's currently on 11 and... And where are we at? Hold on, sorry. I'm just trying to find... I know Gary's got them both. Let's see what Gary's got. So, yeah, Timber's on 11. Well, Timber's going to end up on 13 points, I think. Let me up... Hold on. Is he on 2 bonus? Yeah, so Timber's on 2 bonus. Timber's going to end up on 13 points and Gabriel's going to end up on 11. So, 24 points from double Arsenal defence. And if you've got Raya, he's on track for a bonus as well. So... If you have all 3 of them, it's 31 points. 31 points from those 3 Arsenal defence. That's insane. I mean, if you kept the faith, I mean, Arsenal have not been looking overly good defensively of late in terms of keeping clean sheets. But as I said, I feel like they've got a little bit lucky in this game because I think Brighton have probably done enough to score. But they haven't yet. But there's still time. There's still time for that goal to come in to help rescue me. Yeah, Timber 13, Gabriel 11. And Jao Pedro for the Thiago last week. I demand a Haaland winner. I don't think Haaland's going to win anything. I feel like Haaland's he's looked off it. I swear Man City played different when Haaland's in the team. Like with Semenyo and Marmoush, I thought they actually played better without him against Leeds. Yeah. It's like when they used to have, what do you call it? It's like when they used to have, when they didn't have Haaland. And like Man City used to score so many more goals. And I reckon it's a bit like that. Oh, Nottingham Forest almost getting a winner. I mean, that would have really changed the title complexion then if that had happened. Elliot Anderson, great ball into the box. It's headed clear, or headed wide, should I say. Did Anderson come on? Anderson still hasn't come on, I don't think. No. Well, he's probably not going to come on. So Gary's going to get nothing off the bench. Wow, all of Gary's players showed up. Interesting. Let's have a look at Trig. Is Trig getting lucky with some bench jam as well? I feel like he is. Let me have a look. Oh, he's going to get Anderson's 12 points off the bench, Triggers. Wilson didn't show up. He had the other Anderson, Fulham's Anderson first, on the bench. But he obviously hasn't come on yet. Unless they bring him on right at the death to try and score a goal up top. I don't know. But yeah, he hasn't got him. And he's going to get Anderson's 12 points off the bench. That's exceptionally jammy as well, considering he's second on the bench. Manchester City probing. Oh, the chance to win it and they've missed. A chance to win and they've missed, but have they been fouled? What's the referee doing here? I don't think he's given anything. He's not been willing to give penalties today. Rodrigo definitely has been clattered into, so it's Mateus Nunes round the outside, cuts it back in. Rodrigo, oh, I tell you what, that's a foul. That has to be a foul. That has to be a foul, surely. That has to be a foul. By Elliot, oh, actually, maybe not. I don't know, it's hard to tell. Elliot Anderson and Rodrigo both go for it at once, and the referee says no penalty, and VAR are tending to agree with him. Yeah, it's going to be a goal kick. Wow. Okay, well, that's... I tell you what. Oh, Savinho with the ball back. I don't know. Either way, I feel like Elliot Anderson and Rodrigo both go for it. Rodrigo gets to the ball first. That's all a bit interesting. All right, Newcastle about to make a change here for the start of the second half. That game's about to be officially into the second half there. Second half. All right, let's update that. Oh, can they probing? They've got 4 minutes of injury time. Can they find a goal here? No, they can't. Not yet. Not yet. They can't find a goal just yet. All right, Newcastle versus whatever, Old Mates. That is officially kicked off for the start of the second half there. We have that timer back on the screen there in a second. There we go. Let's get that underway. That's just officially kicked off. Newcastle made a change at halftime. Not a surprise considering they're down to 10 men. And we are up and running in that second half there. I still can't believe Manchester City have given away 2 leads in this game and are going to drop points. I did not think that Manchester City were going to be the ones dropping points tonight. I thought 100% that was going to be Arsenal. I really thought it was. I really thought it was. Oh, we don't need Haaland getting a pen. No, he's not getting a pen. He's not getting a penalty. He's not getting a penalty. It's going to be officially Bruno watch in a minute. We've got 2 and a bit more minutes of injury time here for Brighton to try and find a goal. I think this will be the biggest ultimate clean sheet wipeout if it happens, because Brighton have given away so many points to Gabriel, Raya and Timber as things stand in this game. I just don't see him scoring. They can't get it up the right end of the pitch to begin with. Oh, here we go. Bart Simpson. Oh! Semenyo almost. Almost Semenyo. Free kick there. That hasn't gone too far away. It's just gone just shy over the bar. Oh, man. Imagine if I just not sold Haaland and Wirtz. I would have got Gabriel's 11 points off the bench, and I'll probably be on a safety score by the end of this game if Bruno can conjure up some magic. Bruno can conjure up some more magic, that'd be nice. I'll be interested to see how well Man United go against 10 men, because you'd imagine Newcastle are going to sit in pretty deep. I wonder what they're going to do. I feel like it's a game where they probably need to remove a defender and probably bring on Ahmad. There's no need to bring on anyone else, I don't think. Brighton ball into the box, nothing doing, headed clear. Can they find one last chance to snaffle something? Oh, yeah, here we go. Brighton, can they find a good ball into the box? Ball into the box is a horrible ball. It's way too deep. That's a horrible ball. Aston Villa! Oh, hit crossbar. Abraham's hit the crossbar. A fantastic ball in there. Fulham have lost. West Ham have won 1-0. A fantastic result for them, which takes them ever so closer towards Spurs and Nottingham Forest. They will move within 2 points of Nottingham Forest as this game stands, and within 1 point of Spurs. What a huge result there in a Craven Cottage there for West Ham. All off Bernd Leno getting his pocket picked by Jared Bowen, who continuously, yet again, does the business. João Pedro's officially just been taken off here. He'll end up on a 19-pointer, which is huge. Arsenal have officially won, which means my rank is officially in the bin. Arsenal clean sheet has just absolutely destroyed me. I know, I think they will sit deep. Yeah, man, my rank has been absolutely slaughtered by that Arsenal defence. Gabriel's 11 points on the bench. I mean, how nice would it be to have that actually on the field? But it is what it is. We roll with it. Hope that Bruno can produce some magic here in the second half. All right, Nottingham Forest Man City has officially finished 2-2 as well. Manchester City have dropped 2 big points there after taking the lead twice in that game. Taking the lead twice in that game and throwing it away. Literally throwing it away. That's unbelievable. It really is unbelievable, that is. I can't believe it. I really can't believe it. That's happened. All right, so full time in a lot of these games now. We're still Aston Villa versus Chelsea is still ongoing, but you would imagine that's going to finish pretty comfortably there as a 4-1 win. Chelsea have been far too good for Aston Villa there on the night. Bruno Fernandes is a poor ball from Mateus Cunha there. Plays it wide. He's given him a little bit of friendly advice about where to put it for him next time. It's just a matter of how many points can Bruno Fernandes cook for me in the second half. Because if he can cook a few points for me, I might not end up with a too big a red arrow. But as things stand, my God, that decision I should have just done nothing, because I would have had a team, and I would have had Gabriel coming off the bench, and I would never have had Haaland captain, so I would have been up on everyone. It would have just been cooking points here. I would have ended up on a green arrow if I'd just done nothing. Chasing the points, chasing the glory. It didn't go so well for me this week. But hopefully Bruno Fernandes and Man United can give us a win, and that will make it all worthwhile. I mean, I just can't imagine Newcastle being able to defend for a half with 10 men. I just can't see it. Well, I'd like to hope that I can't see it. I mean, they've got 39 minutes plus injury time to find a winner and really go clear. Like, Liverpool have lost. This is a huge chance. Aston Villa have lost. It's a great chance for Man United to really just sew up a really good head start before all these teams go back into Europe, before they have to worry about like resting players, etc., etc. This will be key. I mean, West Ham could beat Man City, I reckon, next week. Who would have thought that? The way Man City are playing, I don't think Man City can win. The annoying thing is that Arsenal, I think, are going to be the most boring champions we've ever seen in the Premier League era. Like, playing some of the worst football a champion's ever played, because I don't think anyone can truly say that Arsenal have played anything like champions. They've just literally relied on set piece FC and and just being able to defend really well. Anthony Gordon tries a shot, hits it straight at Le Mans saves. Yep, I just don't like rolling. It's not part of my nature, to be honest. Bruno goals would be definitely very nice. We're all praying for you, D. Bruno on 9 DC. I mean, yeah, that's an extra 2 points we'll definitely be able to take to the bank. The only reason I didn't get Anderson points is because you're forced to have 3 defenders, so Chalobah plays instead. Oh, no. The stars will line perfectly for some of the content. Oh, I've already looked at some of the teams. Some of the jam is just ridiculous. Arsenal have done enough. Kudos to them. I don't think they are the best team. I think they'll get smoked by Bayern Munich when it comes to the crunch. Arsenal will crumble under the pressure. There's no way they're going to win the Champions League. I'll give you the hot tip. If they win the Champions League, I'll humbly eat pie, but I'm telling you, they're not going to. They really aren't going to. Hopefully, where are we at? Well, Kanji's had a pretty good week. He's got Cole Palmer still. He held well. Wow, Roberto's had a huge week. 77 points for Roberto. Actually, he's going to go up even higher. He's got 5 bonus points there. 8. Wow, Roberto's having a week to remember. He's on 82 points of a hit. That's huge. Huge. The Ghost is roaring back. What's Nightmare's team looking like? Oh, Nightmare's going okay. He should end up with a green arrow. He's not going to get lucky with any bench jam, though. Nightmare's had a pretty good week. His week's gone pretty well as well for once, which is nice. Oh, they're a strong team. I don't get it wrong. Don't get me wrong. I think they're a good team. I just think rewarding football that's played like that is crap. It reminds me of like the old World Cups where Italy used to win 1-0. It was boring to watch. And I would rather watch entertaining football. Like, no one could ever say that when Man City won the league, they won playing boring football. Even when Liverpool won, and I'm not a Liverpool fan, they didn't win playing boring football. And Man United never won playing boring football. Arsenal are winning playing boring football. There's no two ways about that. Anyone that says it's not boring probably need to go back and watch any other version of the Premier League and realise that this is boring football that we've been subjected to this season. Villa's season has been crazy. They're either terrible or unbearable. Yeah. I suppose he gets 3 points at the end of the day. It's not exciting, though. Why when I binned off Haaland, did I go DCL instead of Pedro and bench Timber? Yeah. Ends up to get 2 more DC. Mazraoui has been quality. Winning is not a reward, to be honest. It's earned. Yeah, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that they don't deserve it because they haven't won it. I'm just saying it's boring. What they've done is boring. I'm not saying, and every other team's been crap. They can't get the consistency. That's been the only. I mean, Arsenal are going to win because they've been consistent, and they defend very well. That's the reason why they're going to win. Not because of the fact they're scoring lots of goals, because their attack has actually been pretty crap. Outside of set pieces, that they have not scored a lot of goals. But that's the season. That's the season the Premier League's in this year, and I dare say they'll correct it next year. They'll change the rules or do something so that all these nonsense corners are put in the bin. I mean, it says it all that Arsenal's fans cheer loudest in the game when they win a set piece. Like that, it's just unbelievable. It's like Sam Allardyce football's winning the league. It's like a throwback to, I don't even know when. I can't remember the last time I can remember the league, but it's never happened in my lifetime where a team has won the league playing the kind of football Arsenal's playing. Normally it's been the team that attacks, scores the most goals, etc., etc. This year it's just because of the fact that Arsenal's defence is just so good. Like if you're ever going to bet on triple defence, it's probably Arsenal, right? Yeah, the Haaland captain is, I mean, Haaland's been crap for months. I was like, that's one good thing. At least I don't have to sit there and think about, should I captain him anymore? He's out of the team. So I don't even have to worry about it. Casemiro's been great, yep. Might just need to set and forget Bruno captain. Arsenal have always been known as 1-0. Yeah, I know. The boring 1-0 Arsenal as well. It's not 1-0 Arsenal, it's boring 1-0 Arsenal. And they've been boring. They've been good in terms of getting results. They've not been fun to watch. As I said, outside of that goal that was literally a fluke today in Bart Simpson howler, they created nothing in that game. Absolutely nothing. 0.4 XG Arsenal created in that game. And that's the champions of the Premier League this season probably. Creating 0.4 away at Brighton, who don't keep clean sheets. That says all you need to know about the state of the Premier League this season. Oh, I know. I've seen that Roberto's having a huge week, Gary. He's had a really good week. Boring's no other way to play it, yeah. Captain Semenyo, have Gab, Killer, yet still. Yeah, I know. It's because of the defence. There's been some huge points in there. Like, João Pedro, highly owned, stupidly high points. My problem is that I don't have an Arsenal defender on field. Otherwise, it would have been sweet. I just thought the double Liverpool defence would actually do something against Wolves. That was my bad. Betting on a team that's absolutely crap is my fault. But it was fun. I enjoyed that game so much. Even though that those Wolves goals completely destroyed my team this week, it was so good to watch because I'm a Man United fan. Watching Liverpool lose is brilliant. Putting West Ham on a grey. Yeah, definitely. They're definitely on the... Yes, I agree. They're definitely probably going to get changed. Yeah, they're definitely going to get changed on the FDR. A 9-point red for me so far with just Bruno and Gordon to go. 35 points. What a disaster. I'm actually on a lot more points than what it says on that graphic, by the way, because obviously João Pedro, I haven't bothered to update his score. He's on a 19-pointer. I dare say they might add an extra goal to Semenyo because I reckon when they watch that back, it clearly hits his back. I thought that counted as a goal to whoever touched it last. But, I mean, João Pedro got an assist today for literally the same amount of contact as what Semenyo got on that goal. I thought, here we go! Let Bruno get in! Oh, Bruno found him beautifully. But instead of going for goal and Bruno tries to cut it back and play Šeško, instead he should have gone for goal, the fraud. What a ball in from Bruno. That was he just needed to try and in fact, in fairness, it would have been an impossible finish from there. He would have literally had to let it roll over his foot and try and scoop it past Ramsdale. I suppose in reality, Mbeumo does the right thing there. All right, Luke Shaw's going off here for Dallo ball. And Ugarte is coming on for Casemiro. Casemiro's lasted exactly 60 minutes. He's just got over the 60-minute mark, so you're very lucky there. 60 minutes and 15 seconds he's gone off at. So he knows how to go off really well. Why did Let's Talk FPL go to Haaland captain? Because he's an idiot. And he got news. He got news through on his phone that he was starting. I put money on it. Pedro wasn't the call. My problem. I love being different. Went with doubled leads. Sunderland did, but yeah, I know. Yeah, I know that was interesting. In fairness, I thought that Leeds were very disappointing yesterday. I watched that game. I mean, Rodon almost came up with a 15-pointer. And then literally in the space of about 5 minutes, he's gone from a 15-pointer to a 2-pointer. It's rotten luck, that is, rotten luck. Harry Wilson helping the D-Unit even when he's not on the field. I know, love to see it. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I'm not sure why you got... I mean, I suppose I kind of get it. Like Casemiro playing twice in 3 days. They are playing against 10 men. But I tell you what, when Ugarte comes on, we concede goals when Ugarte's on the field because he's just no good. He's no good. Like, there's a reason, I reckon, what it is. I reckon the reason why Amrin did not rate Kobbie Mainoo is because every time Kobbie Mainoo played, he played with Ugarte, and Ugarte is horrendously bad. Like, he is just horrendously bad. Wilson saved my team. It would have been nice if someone else had had the night off as well. Would have got Gabriel's points as well. As I said, if I had not made a transfer, I wouldn't have taken a -4, so I wouldn't have given myself a 4-point disadvantage. And FYI, I'm currently on... Pull this up now while I'm looking at it. Currently on a 14-point red arrow. So I would have got the 4 points back from not making a transfer, and I would have got Gabriel's 11 points off the bench. I'd be on a 1-point green. And we'd still be playing the second half as things stand, and I'd be on a green arrow. Instead, I'm on a 14-point red arrow. I was inside the top mill very briefly. I mean, like, that's huge. Like, I got a 14-point green arrow last week. This week, I'm getting a 14-point red arrow, and yet somehow I'm going to a worse rank than I was last week. Which makes no sense. But it's all right. Still eight game weeks to go. But then again, I don't think they've updated that correctly because I reckon the sub scores probably aren't live. So it's going to be, I don't know, I'm not sure how it works. Either way, all things considered, considering my defense has got no points, I can't be too disappointed. Literally been rescued by my forward and attack. There's a reason why I don't like playing defenders. My defenders just don't do anything for me. Like, at all this season, they've just done out for me. The smart move might have actually been to triple Arsenal defence. I think that's what I'm going to do. When after Arsenal blanked, I'm going to wild card. I'm going to go triple Arsenal defence. And I'm just going to rock 3 Arsenal defenders for the rest of the season. It's probably going to be Raya, Timber, and Gabriel. Or if I think Hincapié's going to start, I might go Hincapié, Gabriel, Timber, or something like that. I think that's what I'm going to do post when I wildcard, because there is no point betting on any other defence in the league because they're all crap. They're all crap. No one else keeps clean sheets. Like, look at tonight. What do we have? West Ham kept the clean sheet. Oh, mate, you know what the funny thing was? I was looking at, in one of the -8 move, I was looking at getting Ekitike in, obviously, for Haaland, Salah in for Wirtz, and then I was, one little thing I'd looked at was getting Juve in for, I think it was Mukiele, because he was at the price point that would have meant I could have done those other ones. And he's actually kept a clean sheet. Which is well funny. It's crazy. One of the other moves was like moving Canade for Senesi. And that also would have paid off big dividends. But like, these are all ifs, buts, and maybes. Like, sometimes you get the rub of the green, sometimes you don't. Unfortunately, this week, the hits actually only lost out by 1 point. So I moved Wirtz, who didn't play, for Shada, who got 3 points. And then I moved Haaland to Ekitike, and that was a blank. So I'm only -1 down on the hit. That hasn't actually been the problem per se. Like, I'm only 1 point worse off than if I'd not done that. It's just the fact that by doing that, I had a player play that got 2 points rather than getting Gabriel's 11 points off the bench. Slight difference there. Big 9-point swing there, but it is what it is. All right, Newcastle, we've got a corner here we've played about 20 minutes now of the second half. Oh, Gordon should have scored. Oh, what a chance for Gordon. I mean, who was manning him up? I bet you that was Igade, wasn't it? Oh, it was Kobe Mainu. Kobe Mainu just let him go. And he skips around the back somehow. That's a fantastic chance. And Gordon's completely mishit it. That should have been a second goal to Newcastle. They should be back in front. Anthony Gordon with one of the worst finishes of the season there. All he had to do was make contact with it and he was probably scoring. Far out. Oh, yeah, João Pedro, I know. That's not how you calculate the value of a hit. That's how I calculate it. I calculate it on whether I'm winning it that week. If I win it, then it's, as far as I'm concerned, it paid itself off. This week, it did not pay itself off at all. If anything, it's just been an absolute disaster. It's been an absolute disaster this week. Oh, I thought I downloaded that. What are we doing here? Sorry, all these other games are done. What have I done with that? There we go. All right, Dallo. Hold on. So Dallo's playing it right back. Mazraoui's gone out to the left-hand side. Okay, that makes a bit more sense. I was like, what's going on here? Cobby, who can he find? Oh, we already look worse with Dallo on the field. Look at him. Bloody Dallo ball. I thought this was the end. This was the end of Dallo ball as we knew it. Because Mazraoui, I thought, played really well the other day, and he's played actually quite well again today. Bruno Fernandes, edge of the box. Back to Cunha. What can Cunha do? Not much. Trippier holds him up well. And then he goes down holding his face. All right, come on, Man United. Let's finish this. Let's finish this watch along off of a win. Gordon finding Europe, Stanford space against me. Yeah, exactly. Gordon can only score pens. Yeah, in the Premier League, it feels a bit like that. Always Gordon that has to play well against us. It's always the way, isn't it? It's always the way. Declan Rice has just lost his DC. Oh, mate. Why am I getting notifications like this? I really don't care. Stop. I need to unsubscribe from some people on X. I do not care whether someone gets their DC or not. It really doesn't interest me. But apparently Declan Rice has lost his. That's all I can tell you. I don't know if that's correct. I don't know. It just flashed up on my screen. All knows I don't own the fraud anymore, and Semenyo scored again. So that was a good move. FYI, that move last week to get rid of Bowen for Thiago has been unbelievably bad. Like Bowen's just been so much better. A part of me's like, I just want to bring him back. I just want to bring that man back. He just keeps getting points. Mazraoui. Oh, Mazraoui. He's actually looked pretty good offensively for once. Normally Mazraoui looks arse when he goes forward, but he's actually looked pretty good today. Bruno's trying to direct traffic. Dallo and Bumo. Ball in. Šeško rises. Nothing doing. Goes over his head. And Bumo. Oh, he can't quite get there. He nips in, but he can't quite get the touch under control, and it's gone harmlessly out for a goal kick at the end. Jollington stepped on the ball, and Bumo almost got in there. Oh, if only Jollington had fouled him and he'd gone down. Rice down to 11 DC. I'm checking that. Yeah. Tell you what, if there's one thing I pray for next season, there's two things I pray for. One, manual subs. Just make it happen. Make it happen. It'll make the game so much more enjoyable. I'll never bench a bench point if manual subs exist. I'll actually probably gain about 60 plus points a season if they introduce manual subs, because I always value a strong bench. And then the other thing they can do is just remove this stupid ass DC that they can't even count. Like, whoever's counting it up that doesn't know what it is, because they keep getting it wrong. If you can't, it's so funny because in the AFL, right, they have Optastats as well. They use Optastats for hand passes, marks, kicks and stuff. Like in the middle of the contest or whatever, they talk through. They actually got Opta on. They talk through how they count it up and whatever. So they go, they read out the call, and so like the person's there and they're like, oh, yeah, clearance, whatever. That's how they do it. All the Opta stats are updated within an hour of the end of the game, and it's done. Like that, it's done within an hour of the game. In the Premier League, it's like they can't do it. It gets updated a day later, and they're like, what the hell's going on? How can they have something in the game where if you're in the last game of the game week, you're literally subject to different rules compared to if you're in the first game of the game week? It's just stupid. It's literally so stupid. Ahmad's warming up on the touchline. You can imagine it won't be too long before we see him come on, I would have thought. I mean, you see who he brings him on for. I would like to see Mazraoui sacrificed and they go to a back three. That's what I'd like to see. Put Dallo off the left, old mate off the right. Bruno, ball into the box. Oh, and Mbumo picks it up. Dallo. Oh, Dallo. Oh, mate. He should have stayed on the bench. He should have stayed on the bench. But he's on the field now, so we got to deal with it. All right, Bruno Fernandes. Edge of the box. Ball in. Oh, just slightly in front of Šeško. Just slightly in front of Šeško there from Bruno. Not far away, but a little bit in front. Oh, that was close. That was close. "17 minutes plus injury time to play. Come on. We need to find a winner. Someone find a winner from somewhere. I don't care how you do it. Just someone find a winner. Bruno Fernandes on 11 DC. Well, he's going to get it, isn't he? What a man. What a man. He is literally going to probably single-handedly save my week. Along with João Pedro. I mean, he's literally trying to prevent my ridiculously big red arrow from being as big as it can be. If Brian and Boomo can get on board as well, that'd be quite nice. Here we go, corner. Brian and Boomo to go over and take it. Good challenge there from Big Dan Burn on Ugarte, but in reality, was Ugarte ever going to do anything? Big Dan Bergen gives it the big one. Just need to find Mbumo onto Harry Maguire's head or Šeško's head. It can't be that hard to put it in. Right, here we go. Good ball in. Cleared away there. Mazraoui. Bruno Fernandes, edge of the box. Dinks it in. This is a chance. Lenny Yoro. Oh, Lenny Yoro can put it away. Oh, he hits it and it goes to Ramsdale. That was almost another Bruno assist. Oh, that was not far away. That was not far away at all. Bruno Fernandes tries it again. I mean, Bruno's delivery tonight has been top class. Oh, I thought that was going to be a goal. I was like, he found Lenny Yoro. I was like, this is the moment. This is the moment we take the lead. It was a fantastic ball in. Lenny Yoro gets there. It's a bit of a tame header, to be honest. He goes the right way, tries to put it across Ramsdale into the far post. But alas, it's well kept out there in the end by Ramsdale. Far out, that was so close to another return for the Bruno captain. Not quite. Brian and Mbumo, nice turn. Dallo and Mbumo. Maino. Bruno and Mbumo. Back to Bruno. Bruno, little dink. Ugarte gets up. Oh, far out. Bruno's just conducting the orchestra out there. He just can't quite, the players on the end of the crosses can't quite find the net. I mean, if Manuel Ugarte had scored that header, I don't know if I would have reacted, because I'm like, this dude is a fraud. Like, Ugarte is just someone I don't rate at all. Oh, Joshua Xerxes coming on far. This is, Manu's going off for Ahmad. And Bumo's going to go off here for 1 pointer, isn't he? No, 19 for 11. What? Who's number 19? Have they got the right number up? We don't have a number 19, do we? Oh, no, and Mbumo's number 19. I thought Mbumo was 18. Why did I think he was 18? My bad. Right, and Mbumo's off for 1 pointer. Well, he's done. It's all down to Captain Bruno. I need a Bruno goal. Need a Bruno goal. Need a Bruno brace here late at the death here. A Bruno brace to bring it back for the unit. Okay, I mean, I'm not. We've got Joshua Xerxes. I mean, we've got three of my least favourite players on the field all at once. We've got Joshua Xerxes. We've got Dallo, and we've got Ugarte. Three unbelievably bad players are out there currently. All right, we're back in business. Only on a 7-point red arrow now. Come on, Bruno. We need more, baby. We need more. We need more. So another goal from Bruno. We need a goal from Bruno probably. A goal from Bruno probably give me half a chance of getting a fairly greyish arrow. Come on, Bruno. A Bruno goal would be huge. Has he hit the DC yet? I don't think he has. Has he? No, he hasn't hit the DC, so he's about to get another 2 points for that in a minute as well. That's good. That's good. Right, so we live for the DC and the Bruno goal. That might be it. Dallo captain again, please. And Bruno, what a disappointing transfer. Yeah, he's been not too good the last couple of weeks. Fake fan check 19ers and Boomo. My doing Boomo to Palmer. I don't know why I thought I got confused. For some weird reason, I thought he was 18. And I should know this because I've worn the Rashford shirt the other week. Well, not the other week, probably a couple of months ago. And that's 19. That was when Rashford used to wear 19. I was like, I'm wearing that because Mbeumo's 19. I just got confused because I was like, it's not a number that we normally have in the squad. I don't know why I got confused about that. That was weird. That was really weird. That's because it's so early in the morning still. All right, Newcastle have a corner here. Sorry, not a corner, a free kick here. They're probably going to try and win. This is their best chance of trying to get something out of this game is set pieces, let's be fair. Ball in. Well punched by Le Mans. Alanga picks it up. Edge of the box. Lewis Hall gives the ball up. Man United on the break. Joshua Zirkzee needs to get his ass up. Look up. Cunha, what can he do? Oh, Cunha, oh, that's got to be a foul from Trippier. That has to be a foul from Trippier. Is Mateus Cunha getting booked? Oh, no, I was going to say, there's no way that's not a foul. He's clearly fouled him. He's clearly fouled him. Yeah, Trippier's in the book. You got to pass the time difference. Has Bruno got DC yet? He's one away. He's got 11 minutes. He's 100% going to get 1 and 11 minutes, I would have thought. Because Newcastle's just going to keep clearing the ball and he's going to keep picking it up. The annoying thing is, I'm not sure why we took Maino off. Because now the team just looks a bit all over the place. Oh, Ahmad. Oh, Gordon. Oh, come on, Dallo. Dallo, now you're crap, Dallo. You are crap. You're just giving Gordon a chance to go down the floor and waste another couple of minutes. Look at him. Look at this big baby. Doesn't even get touched. He does not even get touched. He goes down and he holds his ankle. I mean, he's literally, Dallo's just being an idiot. Lenny Yoro copping one to the face. I said Michael Carrick has actually figuratively made the team worse with these substitutions. He's brought on Ugarte for Casemiro. He's just rubbish. Then he's taken Maino off for Joshua Zirkzee. Now we're playing Bruno in the midfield again rather than in the 10. And Joshua Zirkzee's, the waste of space is just... He's such a... I can't get on board with him. How any Man United fan thought he was ever any good is actually beyond me. He's just such a bad footballer. Like both of them are. And then we've got bloody Dallo off the right. I mean... It's just not an inspiring lineup. I'm like, how are we going to score a goal here? That's what I'm wondering. Like Newcastle are just literally defending. I mean, Mazraoui's clearly been fouled there, but it's away. Ugarte's won the ball back. That's impressive. Now Gordon's holding his leg again, trying to milk some more minutes. Mazraoui, get your ass up off the ground. Bruno Fernandes plays it to Cunha. What can Cunha do? Cunha dances inside the box, plays it for Bruno, edge of the box, Bruno! Oh, he put it wide. Oh, Bruno, come on, mate. Read the script. Read the script. That's where you've got to be finishing. That's where you've got to be putting the ball in the net. I mean, Cunha could have played it back a little bit further. He was on rushing there. Tonali was getting out, making it a little bit difficult, but you kind of expect Bruno to do a bit better with that kind of an opportunity than just do what he did. Could do Mbeumo to Salah? Yeah, nah. No chances. I'm not going to be buying Dirty Dom. I'd rather sit there and delete my team than buy him. First shot from open play for Bruno. Yeah, we've not been overly flash. Considering we've been playing against 10 men, we haven't been flash. I don't think these subs in the second half have helped us at all. I think Michael Carrick's actually disjointed our rhythm. And now Bruno's sitting there in the worst spot because we need Bruno Fernandes higher up the pitch. Him sitting there was what ended up probably getting Amarin to chop. Joshua Zirkzee to no one. Joshua Zirkzee to no one. Oh, mate. He's frustrating to watch. Bruno Fernandes, ball in. Oh, Cunha, get there. Oh, he can't get there. He can't get there. Trippier's trying to claim it was off Cunha. And apparently it is off Cunha. And now Trippier's saying I've got cramp in my calf. Oh, it's another great ball in from Bruno. You just know that if anyone's going to deliver the ball that's going to get us a win, it's going to be Bruno Fernandes. Oh. That's disappointing. That's disappointing. I just sit there and I go, what? Without. This is why I would have left Mbeumo on the field, because he can actually finish. We bought Joshua Zirkzee on. I've got no faith that he's going to do anything other than just disappoint. Like, if he scores a goal, that is literally going to the well and fishing out a miracle. It's just not going to happen. Oh, now we're getting Tyrell Malacia on. Oh, my days. What is this? This is bloody throwback to Erik ten Hag managing the team. So Mazraoui, I mean, this one kind of makes a little bit of sense because Mazraoui did get himself caught and he's been limping ever since. So Malacia is on for him. I mean, look at this team. What is this team? We've got Malacia, Dalot, Maguire and Yoro in the back four. We've got Bruno partnering Ugarte in the midfield. Then we've got Ahmad off the right, which is fine. Cunha off the left. And then we've got Joshua Zirkzee in the 10. You might as well have a witch's hat out there. You'd have more chance of getting a little lucky deflection that might actually play Šeško in than having Joshua Zirkzee out there. Oh, he's so crap. I wished we just sold him. I wish we just let him go on loan in January. It would have been no loss. It would have been no loss at all. Really wouldn't have been a loss to the team. It wouldn't have even mattered. You could have played your granny out there and would have done more action than bloody Joshua Zirkzee. 5 minutes plus injury time to go. We're going to end up cocking this up, aren't we? This is a golden opportunity against 10 men for what feels like forever. And we've just made the team crapper in the second half for these subs. It's not been good from Carrick tonight. These moves have not been the correct moves. Cunha. It's literally going to come down to someone like going into the box, winging a penalty, and Bruno taking it to get the win. That's literally what this game is going to come down to. Bought him a Charles on thoughts. Was it for a bet? No idea why anyone would be in Richarlison. Crazy, I have 3 1-pointers, but I have 82 points. That's mad. That's pretty good. Gordon off. Why does it say Rodgers in your team? Obviously, I can see it's Wilson. What? Oh, yeah. Whoops. I never bothered to change that. Good spot. That is actually meant to be Wilson. It's not Rodgers. Good spot. That's the first person that's actually noticed that tonight. Yeah, that is actually Wilson. It's meant to be Wilson. Wilson's in my team. It's not Rodgers. I was changing a graphic to get that up for tonight. And I've obviously left it. That used to be Rodgers in, I think, a wild card draft, and I've just forgot to actually change it. Joshua Zirkzee. Joshua Zirkzee. Šeško. Bruno Fernandes. That's got to be a defensive contribution. That was clearly straight to him. I actually thought Joshua Zirkzee was about to walk his way through the Newcastle defence. I actually got excited there for a second. All right, Bruno Fernandes has definitely got the DC now. That's going to be an extra 2 points. Now we just need the winner. We need the winner, Bruno. Oh, Dallo. What is he doing? Typical Dallo. Oh, he's actually got away with it. Bruno Fernandes, edge of the box. Mate, can you find him? He can. Bruno plays it up to Ugarte. Ugarte hits it straight into a Newcastle player, and it doesn't go anywhere. And now Dallo's going to give away the free kick, isn't he? No, he's not. Jolinton holds it up well. Oh, that was the moment. Bruno was making the right run. Amad found him, but unfortunately the pass didn't quite allow him to have a shot first time. And then Bruno tries to play Ugarte, and Ugarte does Ugarte things and does absolutely diddly squat. Joshua Zirkzee. Oh, Joshua Zirkzee! What was that? I was like, what's he doing here? And then he's actually hit it pretty well. It has to be said. Where's that been? He's actually hit that. It's really dipped, and Ramsdale's pulled out a decent save. Imagine if Joshua Zirkzee had won the game, I would have been like, you piss off. I would have been like, piss off, honestly. Honestly. Oh, that was another great... Our corners from that side of the field have been elite. We just have not polished them off. Oh, it's another crap ball. Malacia, you can tell he hasn't he kicked a football for a long time, can't you? Joshua Zirkzee, oh, that was the moment. That was the chance to win it. Ramsdale equal to it. Ramsdale very equal to it. Exceptionally equal to it. Oh, come on, Bruno. Conjure up some more magic. Oh, Malacia. Oh, wow. That's why Man United shouldn't have made the subs. Newcastle have just won the game. That's crap. That's a fantastic goal for Newcastle. That is a fantastic goal for Newcastle. But that is because Man United made these stupid changes and it made the team figuratively worse. And Malacia has just been absolutely handed to him. That's why he hasn't played a football for Man United for so long. Because that was horrendously shocking defending. Shocking defending. It was some hit from Osula. That is literally the definition of a smash and grab. Definition of a smash and grab. That is unbelievable. That's crap. What a finish. Look at Malacia. I mean, look, Harry Maguire's going there and he goes, I can't get there. So then Malacia sits there. Look at this. He almost falls over and Malacia just says, go inside, mate. Oh, that is such unbelievably shit defending. How is that guy still at Man United? Oh, no. Do you know who we've got to thank for that? Bloody Erik ten Hag. That's why he's at the club. That's unbelievable. That's just such bad defending. He might as well have been a witch's hat. He might as well have been a mobile witch's hat. He would have done more damage to stopping that from going in than what Malacia's done. That's unbelievably bad defending. I can't believe that. That's got to be one of the worst pieces of defending I've ever seen. Malacia is just that. He should never play for Man United again. Yeah, Michael Carrick will be better off bringing up someone from the under-18s and having these frauds on the bench. Like literally, we would be better off having some of these players from the bench, on the bench from like the under-18s. Like it's just so bad. There's nothing to describe how pathetic that defending was. Malacia just needs to have his contract ripped up, send him on his way. Send him on his way. He should never play again for Man United. That is just not good enough. It's not good enough. No one, and it wouldn't be good enough to get into Wolves or Burnley. Like, that's how bad that defending was. It was atrociously bad. I mean, Osceola literally falls over, has a chance to get up, and Molasse just sits there and turning around like a bloody deck chair. Oh. That's just not good enough. There's no ifs, buts, maybes. That is just not good enough from Molasse at all. It's horrendous. Horrendous defending. Maguire around the back stick, wins a corner. No, he doesn't win a corner. It's a goal kick. Tell you what, the referee's gone against us as well. Oh, Maguire, oh, mate. Oh, this is just... What a crap week. What a crap week. Imagine going down against Newcastle getting a player sent off, going against 10 men, then we then give away a stupid penalty. We get back in the game, and then the second half we just sit there and piss around with it. And then Michael Carrick has done nothing today to suggest he should be the manager next season. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. All he's done is make the team worse. Every move he's done this half has made the team worse. He takes Casemiro off for Ugarte. That made the team worse. He then takes off Bruno for Ahmad. I don't mind that one. That's 90 here and there. But then he takes off Mainu for Xerxes. He takes off Luke Shaw for Dallo. And then he takes, I mean, he had to take the other one because of the fact that Mazraoui got himself injured. No, not one of, only one of those moves made the team any remotely anywhere near better, if anything at all. It's just poor. It's poor management. You should know how good that bench is. The bench is shit. There's a reason why Amrin didn't use the bench. It's because the rest of the players outside of the initial like 14 players, and the fact we've got Dalit injured, Mount injured, and who's the other bloke that's injured that I can't think of at the moment. The fact that they're injured, there's a reason why no one else gets used, because they're all bad. They are all bad. I mean, Man United, if they make Europe next season, we're going to have a Newcastle season. Unless they would need to go out and sign 8 players in the summer to have a chance at actually having a half-decent season in Europe, because this team has got about 14 players that can play football. The rest are bad. They are bad. I can't believe Newcastle are going to win this. This just tops off what has been an unbelievably crap midweek of football. Just can't believe it. I can't believe it. Can't believe Man United are going to win. Sorry, lose. FPL still has Bruno down as 2 as well. He's still on 3 bonus at least. Yeah, he's still on 11 DC. I've seen that. There's no way. They'll get revised. He's definitely got 2 ball recoveries or interceptions in there. Like, since he's been on 11, he's definitely had an extra one. And this is that's why I don't like the thing. It's not. I have no idea what it is. Newcastle literally kicked the ball to him twice, so it's either a ball recovery or an interception, one or the other. And now Tonali's down holding his knee. Oh, this is the definition of time waste. We're going to lose this 2-1, aren't we? Oh, it's crap. It's just crap. Oh, I think the subs have made us worse. He's completely... I don't think Carrick realises how bad those subs are that he brought on. Like, there's a reason why Man United concede goals when Ugarte's on the pitch. He's hopeless. He's 50, what is it, 50, I think they paid £54 million for him. He's £54 million of wasted nonsense. Even Amrin, who had him at Sporting Lisbon, didn't play him because he's bad. And then we've got Joshua Xerxes. I mean, £38 million of absolute sod he is. You're better off hiring a clown off the street and putting him on the field. He'd probably do more. And Molasse should just not be at the club. He should not be at the club. They tried to get rid of him. No one wanted him because he's that bad. And yet somehow he still makes his way onto the bench. Like, play a kid. Put an under-18s there. Put someone else there that's got a future at Man United. Malacia is not the future. He can't even bloody well take a throw in, let alone anything else. That's got to be the end of the game, surely there. Bruno's going to get himself booked here for dissent. It's been poor. That's got to be the end of the game, surely. Just end the misery. End the misery so I can go to the gym. Is what it is. Yeah, exactly. The people who count it, yeah, they don't even know what it is. Xerxes, he's had one good shot. He's had one good shot. He's done nothing else. And he doesn't, it's the way that Carrick's got the team playing, Joshua Xerxes just doesn't fit in. He's too slow. How are we still playing here? Oh my God, Harry Maguire can't even play a 5-metre pass. That's going to be the end of the game. Newcastle have won 2-1. That's just shocking. Absolutely shocking how we've cocked that up. Lassie Shaw, yeah. I can't believe how easy that goal was. Like, it's just such bad defending from Malacia. It's just school. I mean, my under-16s can defend better than that. Like, you never show them the inside. Like, his body positioning is just atrocious. Like, Oscar was never going to go down the outside. He's always looking to go inside. And Malacia just lets him go in. It's so bad, that defending. All he had to do was sit there and show him the outside. There was no one up there. No one up there supporting him. He literally would have just run to the touchline. He would have done nothing with it. Except, what does Malacia do? He says, no, I'm going to show you the inside. Lets him go on the inside. Oh, it's just so bad. It's horrendous defending. Horrendous defending. All right, on that note, I'm cutting it short. Thanks for watching. On a Red Arrow, and Man United, they could have resurrected the game week for me. At least Bruno Fernandes smashed the Haaland captain as still, so that was nice. But yeah, Arsenal defence have killed me. Michael Carrick and bloody Malacia and company, they've killed my mood.